Ladies and gentlemen, this is the very unpredictable Matt Hardy, and you're listening to InYourHeadOnline.com. Be prepared, because like Matt Hardy, In Your Head is very unpredictable.
Boom! And we are live, Incher. We are live. Welcome to In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I am the internet icon, the pride of the Pilgrims, handsome Jackie Jones, the most honest man in all of podcasting, along with my right-hand man, my audio soulmate, and the enforcer of the Headyverse.
1 inch biceps to the power goat. Ah, ha, 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 ha. How about that, Jack?
A little bit of the bubbly.
I know. Oh, it's bubbly. I thought that was like the Arizona tea for a second, but
a little bit of the bubbly. They're not paying us. I don't know why I'm showing it there, but it's good to see you.
Know what I got?
What? Got a prize for me?
You too, sir. Got some water.
It's kind of weird. You can see the reflection of the computer in my eyes. I have really big eyes. They're sunglasses, ain't you? You weren't aware.
Mm-hmm. You can see exactly what you were doing if people slowed down and zoomed in on just your glasses.
Right. They just see that we're doing the show. It'd be weird if you looked in there and there was something naughty going on, though.
Mm-hmm. Or contacts and stuff.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Take those off. But I'm kind of sensitive to the light.
No more glasses.
Yeah, I thought plus it looked good with the orange, the freshly squeezed orange Cassidy shirt.
Yeah. I
see what I'm saying. So tonight, I got the link here. You can zoom into the show, and you should just be able to access it. I don't believe it'll ask for a password or anything. I think we got this all rocking. So we got a link right here in the Facebook group. And it's a link, and if you just need the ID, it's 862-4319-2733. But you should be able to just click it, and you'll get right in and listen and watch and be on video with the In Your Head crew and shit.
Imagine that. This is the thing that dreams are made of.
Exactly.
Just get in on this video, and all your dreams will come true.
Right.
Something like that.
Man.
Anyway,
we're getting with the times, ain't you? We're all like, 2020 now.
Yeah. Should I even pay the shoutcast anymore, or do we still do the shoutcast?
Well, I mean, if we have guests, we're probably going to need to do it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because probably not everyone's going to hop on board on the new technology.
They don't want their face everywheres.
Yeah. I mean,
they should.
We'll do it for like a little bit and see. How's that? See what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm paying for this too at the moment. But
you are.
Mm-hmm. Huh. No, otherwise, you can only do it for 40 minutes. Who the fuck wants that? Now we have a 24-hour a day.
That's rough.
I like that it's 24-hour a day limit. It's like you can't do 25-hour recording in one day. So you can't break the laws of physics, is what it's saying.
Mm.
Anything, we could have up to 100 people on the air at once, not even within the day, but at one time, and we can only go for 24 hour. So we couldn't do a 36-hour show. So I'm sorry, people out there who were looking forward to like a 3-day In Your Head. We're not allowed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have an excuse.
I just thought of an action line, like if we're an action movie. Can I use it right now?
Do it up, boy.
I got to sit up to do it. Jack.
Yes. Incher.
Do you know what kind of limitations I like?
What's that?
No limitations. I think I said limitations.
Yeah.
Limitations.
It's like it's some kind of like a drink or something. It's like the new 7-Up limitation.
Oh, give me some of those limitations.
It's like a magician who levitates lemons.
He's got a Siamese cat he's showing us. Yeah.
Does he have a Siamese twin?
No, just the cat.
Right.
Siamese cats are pretty cool.
Why are the Siamese twins connected, but Siamese cats are just plain old cats? Why aren't they connected? Or why are Siamese twins not like have fur? Short fur. What is the connection? Is what I'm saying.
It's hard to say. She's licking his nose now. Steven is getting his nose licked. But anyhow, Jack, I've been a good boy.
Really?
I have watched all of the wrestling.
Wrestling. You did the Jimmy. If you watch all the wrestling, I think it should be called the Jimmy Jam.
Well, let me take a step back for a second because I didn't watch it all. Because I didn't watch Raw.
You lying bastard! You never come on here and lie. You must be an honest man.
Should I do some Hindu squats like the Benoit? Just
500 Hindu squats in your basement.
Don't want to do that because I just don't feel like doing it. But
I wouldn't do it either. So
yeah. I'm going to tell you
because you're not mental.
That's true too. Like I don't have urges to whip myself and everything else. Like
Right.
The thing is, it's just that Jericho went along with it. He was just like, maybe I should do Hindu squats too. Why didn't he just say, "Are you crazy? You made a mistake." Dude.
Yeah, I know we're gonna get to Steven here in a minute, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, Incher, if you had more to that story. Did you have more to the story? I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, it's just the perplexed here. A Torch is on the line. I'm not sure who this is. He's got Robin Williams in the back. It's pretty cool. What's up?
Here we go.
Hello.
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 Hello. Can you hear us? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I just saw this on Facebook and I thought I'd.
Excellent. We're here talking about the wrestling. Professional wrestling. Are you a wrestling fan?
Yeah, I like wrestling.
I like the wrestling. I like that they're wrestling.
Well, that's good.
Who doesn't like wrestling?
That's very true. Do you watch current wrestling or are you just watching the old stuff back in the day?
I do both. And then I like the local, my local wrestling.
Oh,
we've got Kansas City wrestling.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I love watching these guys. They've got some really cool stuff. I mean, I've watched guys jump off the top ring rope and do backflips on the floor of a gymnasium floor and get hurt. I mean, these guys are giving it all they got.
Can you do a flip for us right now?
Can you give us an example? Whoa, look at that.
It kind of looks like you did it.
That's the wrestling we have to watch today, right?
Extreme wrestling is what I watch. And you guys are really crazy.
Yeah, they are, definitely. It's too bad right now we can't go to live wrestling. Hopefully here in the near future.
It's a little weird to watch it without the crowds and stuff in there. I really like going to it and getting into it and screaming at those people.
Yes,
have you ever soaked a knife into pig fat and then stabbed a wrestler with it?
Whoa. That's really extreme wrestling.
Yeah, that's pretty extreme, but that's what they would do back in the days, It was just the total acceptable thing to do. That was just eat. Stab a wrestler with a knife that's going to infect them with a horrible disease.
Man.
Oh, and they used to cut their own heads with razor blades. So they get all that stuff.
Man, interest hardcore over there in the West Virginia. I know why he's got all those knives in the room.
What's the deal about Terry Funk? He had a freaking dart sticking out of the side of his neck, and he just turned around and he said, "Now that's heat." And it's he's not worried that he has this huge dart sticking out of his neck.
Do you think that could happen, Incher, if the listeners of the show were near you? Do you think Al Lube would be throwing a shuriken at you or something?
Oh gosh, that would be bad times. Yeah, because he seems like he might know how to do something like that.
You never know. Get the tomahawk here from Steven.
Yeah.
Did we lose Torch?
Torch is.
Oh, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's hiding.
We just have video for Torch.
No more flips. So what got you into wrestling? How old were you? And who were some of the first people you started watching? Hey, this is for me.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I watched the All-Star Wrestling in Kansas City. They had Bulldog Bob Brown, Harley Race, Superstar Jones, John Carter. That is where it really. I think that's where wrestling really started for the nation. Really, it was really huge right there. Then the WWF came along, and of course, I was like a Hulk Hogan fan, and you know, Andre the Giant was actually even wrestled at All-Star Wrestling and Harley Race, and there's a lot of guys that started out for me. I went to those wrestling matches, and man, to have like your wrestling hero cuss you out or yell at you on the side there, hey, shut up! You know, he's hiding a foreign object or something. You know, but those were the coolest. The start for me was Kansas City wrestling, watching it here on television. And then WWF came along, and it was all out. Then we really, really, got some real big time names in there, and they ramped it up a little bit more then, and it was a little more stylized. When I first started watching wrestling, these guys, just kind of old, heavy set guys. They kind of rolled around a little bit. There wasn't a lot of backflips or anything.
No, usually like one bump and it was the end of the match. One move, like a suplex or something, and then they'd win.
Yeah, and I don't even know if they had suplexes and stuff like that. Man, WWF came around, and it was like, whoa, these guys are doing some amazing things. And then, that's the coolest thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So who were your favorites at that time?
At that time, well, for me, oh gosh, everything from Jimmy Superfly Snuka to Hulk Hogan to I was a real big Andre the Giant fan. But let's see here. Oh gosh, Marty Jannetty. There were so many that I can't even begin. I always loved Mouth of the South. Jimmy Hart was one of my favorites. He wasn't a wrestler, but man,
great manager.
Sit there on the lines and wreak havoc on everything. But I liked the Hart Foundation a lot. That was kind of something cool that I watched. Coco Beware. I'm just kind of naming off a bunch of them. I think I was a fan of everybody, but when Hulk Hogan came on there, it was like, oh, everybody come here to the TV. We got to see him. But I really, let's see here. I still like the recent people. I really got into the ladies wrestling. I thought that was even more entertaining than the men's recently. I don't know why. I just thought, oh, these guys they're really doing some cool backflips and crazy stuff. And Ric Flair I was a real big fan of Ric Flair. And to see his daughter in there really is something cool. Woo! I think that is very, very cool to see. I
think she's great.
I can't wait to see the fans back in the stands. I can't wait to go back to some more wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Any wrestling's fun to be at live, even if it's not necessarily the best wrestling. But being there really adds an experience to it that you can't, get otherwise. And the interaction with the crowd, without that, it does take away from the product.
Oh yeah, and that's why I like these local wrestling with the Kansas City Extreme Wrestling. Man, the people get into it just like the old All-Star Wrestling back in Kansas City did. People go nuts. They're screaming at these people. If you ever get a chance to see these guys, it's just fun. It's not the greatest wrestling in the world.
When you're there live, it's fun. Yeah,
it's really that's what it is. And they've got a couple of talented guys and gals that I think are pretty good at this. But other than that, it's just fun. I go a couple times a year when I can.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Do you have any current favorites?
Current favorites, golly. I just like them all.
That's cool though.
I've always liked monster guys, the big, the giant guys.
Not too many of them around currently.
Yeah,
no.
I like it. Always Kane, and then of course the Undertaker. Liked him a lot. Well, that's
Undertaker's. It's hard to beat Undertaker, for big guys. But yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and he's been around too for a while.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you got to see his documentary series on the network, but I highly recommend it.
I watched the first episode of it last night, Jack. So
good man.
I'm a little caught up on that. But is there a second episode yet, or is it not out?
I think there's 3 episodes up,
and they're already out. So I'll have to watch
4 episodes. Even saying.
No. Sorry,
3. Okay, all right.
3. It was a very good documentary, though. I was pretty impressed with.
Yeah, I told you, and you were like, "I doubt it, Jack. I don't believe you." But.
I doubt everything this man tells me, but and I watch it for myself, and I just pretend like you never even said it.
He's not the most honest man in podcasting, like somebody else. What can I say? All right, Torch. Well, we want to thank you for calling in and calling in. We're live every Tuesday night, so call in anytime.
That's fun, man. Thank you.
Yep. Take care.
Take it easy.
How do I hang up?
I don't know. I'm new to this too.
Flip. Oh, maybe I'll flip. Okay.
Oh, there he goes.
Flipping right out of here.
That's impressive. That's like he flipped his way right out. Yeah. Wish I could do that. Should I try it right now?
I'm gonna try to.
I don't think I can.
Can't do it.
No.
All right. So,
Jack.
Yeah, go on.
I was just saying though. I watched the NXT pay-per-view, the In Your House. I watched AEW from last week, AEW from the week before. I watched Monday Night Raw from the week before, not this week, but so that's what I've watched. So.
Whoa! You were watching the wrestling.
Yeah, but I'm not quite on Jimmy Jam standards. I'm sure like Jimmy Jam would have seen everything.
Oh, yeah, probably twice.
Yeah, probably twice, yeah.
When you're watching the wrestling, do you ever just go, wrestling! Wrestling!
Sometimes I kind of pull this one. I'll be like watching, and then I'll be like, oh, and then I'll pass out.
The opposite of that, I guess.
Yeah. I'll just be like,
well, I watched AEW
sometimes.
Dynamite, and I did watch this NXT In Your House.
Yeah.
Which
it's enjoyable shows.
I'll say the NXT In Your House, the matches were good, but there's just something about even though they gave in and have people in the crowd now, it's not to the level of I don't want to always say the level of AEW, but there's just something off about it because you could tell so they did this chant before the wrestlers even locked up. They started doing "This is awesome" chant, and I'm not a person who loses their mind over fan chants like some other people, but when it's like the paid wrestlers doing this, it comes off very hokey, especially when the wrestlers didn't even touch each other yet. And they're out in the crowd going, "This is awesome." And it's like, are they making fun of hardcore wrestling fans, the main audience of the show? Or is this just like goofy?
It could be perceived as like mocking like the wrestling fans in a way, but I don't know. I guess they're trying to mimic us. So
but it just
the show feels good.
It didn't seem natural.
I do like the hockey glass when they get up there and they just start pounding on it. Yeah, I don't know why. I kind of like that. And it kind of like masks that there's not as many people out there, you know?
I could see
kind of covers that up a little bit. Kind of like a smoke screen a little bit.
It's so weird. I'm not big on this camera angle either when the wrestlers walk into the ring and they're like shooting straight up into the sky. And I guess it's to block that there's no one in the audience, but it's kind of odd.
Like they get down real low on the wrestler and shoot up.
Yeah, it's
I've never
real high
noticed
angle.
That, but
yeah, so they show like you're looking up at the wrestler, like if you're like out down at their feet, you're like, oh, and like it shoots right up to the sky, like up to the tip top of the arena. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just nitpicking, but it was odd. But all the guys were working and women were working really hard.
Yeah,
I think some of the matches were too long for having a no crowd show, though. I think it's hard to have these really long matches when no one's. I know there's some people there, but it's just something off. Like I don't think a really long match works with that environment.
Yeah. I'll say that I don't want to knock WWE for finally caving in and having the audience because it helps the show a lot. Yeah. So I don't want to badmouth him about that. I think it's, it's not great, but it's about the best you can do. I mean, I could see what you're saying with like they're kind of like giving them forced reactions, and we've heard stories about Vince McMahon being on the loudspeaker saying like, "Be more excited."
I wish they would just air that. Wouldn't that be cool if Vince just came out with like a blowhorn? He's like, "Come on, pals, get into this! Have some energy."
Awesome.
Do you think he just has that glass up so no one sneezes on him?
Maybe. Yeah, it's a sneeze shield. When's he going to be like all feeble and have to carry a
right
cane?
Now?
He'd have like the blowhorn and the cane going on at the same time.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Probably why doesn't it come out? I don't know if he could stand up. Not only to be morbid, but I don't think he could stand up with that last time he was on the pay-per-view. That's why he sat down. I don't think because he didn't get out of his chair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't wish that. Yeah.
No. Well, anyways, so I do like that they've added people to the crowd and everything, and I like the in your house set. I think that added some personality to the show.
You're a good man.
Were you big on the set piece being brought back with the new cameras?
Yeah, I always like that. That's fun.
Around the camera.
Yeah, I like that. You bring back. I like Halloween Havoc set pieces and Bash at the Beach. These have a big beach set and that kind of graveyard.
I gotta say this: would it kill WWE to give away a house? I mean, just give away a house like you used to do.
Yeah,
probably after they fired all these people. They fired a bunch of people, then they'd give away a house. So
just give away a house.
Be like, man, they could have kept Rusev.
Slater. Yeah, or give it to one of the wrestlers they fired, so at least they ain't got to worry about having a house.
That'd be good.
And they could be like in their house.
Literally.
Give away a house, WWE. Stop half-assing it here. There's nothing preventing you from giving away a house.
There you go. Give the house away. Road Warrior Animal just said, "Oh, what a rush!" He's here in the chat.
Excellent.
Very cool. And there's 2 chats going on, unfortunately. There's one on my page and one here in the group.
Yeah.
Try to come over to the In Your Head group so I can see them all at once. It's easier. But I understand, it's the way it works.
Yeah, I'm on the In Your Head group. I didn't know that they're going, or we got them both going.
I didn't know until I just checked the phone. We'll work out all the kinks here, and sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you don't want to badmouth WWE for not giving away a house? You're not with me on this? I mean, you don't like to see houses given away?
Oh, no, we can give away a house, yeah.
Or, yeah. I want to see a house given away. And then just have somebody awkwardly come up and be like, "Thanks for the house, WWE.
Exactly.
Saved my life." Or they gave away a Rolls Royce on that one show that we went and did.
That's very true. The classic.
Mm-hmm.
And it was classic stuff.
So, which brings me into this. It made me think about this. The match this weekend on Sunday, it's being billed as the greatest match that ever happened, or something like that.
The greatest wrestling match ever.
The greatest wrestling match ever. And who are the participants? Edge and Randy Orton. Mm-hmm. Is this possible? I mean, I watched the WrestleMania match, and
did you think it was the greatest match
I was
you've ever seen?
Having the feeling like this is quite possibly the match before the greatest match.
Right, it's the second greatest match.
Yeah.
That's not a stipulation. You can't you could say we're gonna have a Hell in a Cell, we're gonna wrestle in a cage, and you can bill that this is gonna be the most horrific match ever, or whatever. And it doesn't always live up to that. But I get the idea that you're hyping up. To hype something up as the greatest wrestling match ever is just strange, because how you – it'd be one thing if they had never wrestled before. So let's say it was, Shawn Michaels and I don't know, AJ Styles.
And you didn't – yeah.
And you're like this, or Daniel Bryan. This is going to be the greatest wrestling match of all time. because we never seen it happen. It's, arguably the best worker of one generation versus the best worker of this generation. So, okay, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys have wrestled many times, and just to say now they're going to have the greatest wrestling match of all time is very bizarre. It's also strange because it's the blow-off to this big blood feud Incher. So let's say we hate each other. I'm telling I hit your wife Incher, and I try to end your career. I try to cripple you, all this stuff. Then we have this crazy match, and I'm like Benoit you, and I'm choking you to death and leaving you to die.
Did you have to go there, Benoit? I mean,
well, that's what they reference in the WrestleMania match. They brought up they had the weight machine, and he was strangling them, and they were giving him cross faces. Like, there's no way they weren't trying to reference Benoit. So they do all stuff.
You're telling me there was nobody in the room who said, "Stop, guys! Wait a minute."
Yeah, well, I mean, come on, I'm pretty sure that's why they're doing it. And then, they probably cut the part out where they put Bibles by him. And then, where do we go from there? So then it's like there's only one way to settle this blood feud, where I beat your wife and you strangled me and all this stuff. I know. Let's have a 5-star classic.
Let's make Davey hard.
How does that make any sense?
Oh, yeah. So, which brings us to another topic. Will Dave Meltzer give this a 5-star match?
He'd have to give it 7, I think, to be the greatest of all time. He's already given 6 stars. He's throwing them out.
So is it going to get a 7? 7 stars. I mean, that's a pretty tall task that Edge and Randy Orton has put themselves up to.
I have a question for you, Incher. Someone out there who is a master of CG. Master! I mean, like, you can, flawless CG. Take a match between Randy Orton and Edge or whoever it is. CG the face of Kenny Omega and some Japanese wrestler on the other guy. Send that to Meltzer and see if the rating goes up. Reverse that. Take a match with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and CG on faces of of The Rock and I don't know. No, not Austin. Somebody he might not really care for. Who's somebody he doesn't really like? I don't know.
The Rock's incorporating some new moves here.
And send that to him and see if it gets the same rating as he would have gave it otherwise.
Why's The Rock doing the Angel's Wings?
Why
is he in the Tokyo Dome?
I bet it wouldn't.
It probably would. It's like, why didn't I ever hear about this? He's just perplexed by not knowing the build up towards the match.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You also have to erase his memories and just show him the matches in a vacuum.
So it's like it's becoming like a Metal Gear Solid kind of mission,
right?
Where you gotta come in
just
and
to see,
shooting with a dart,
just to see if he's biased towards the wrestlers or if this is genuinely what he likes.
I can see Dave coming too. He's like, he's like strapped to this chair in this wrestling match on TV, and he's like, "Okay, I'll rate this."
I want to see him rate Rock versus Hogan at that WrestleMania, but put Kenny Omega and who would be another guy?
Okay. It's Omega and what's his name?
Hibachi,
the Rainmaker,
Hibachi or something. Yeah,
I forget his name. The Rainmaker guy.
I'll
think of it. No, it's not
Ricky Dozan.
No, not Ricky Dozan. I know the dude's name. I just can't think of it. But oh well. I see him in my head, but the blonde hair and all that. You know. Of course, I can see by the look on your face.
Yeah, I will say. So when I started to watch a show at first, the new WWE show, the NXT In Your House, and it started with the music, and I was like, I think I've had enough of this. I think I'm gonna shut it off before the match even. It's like when they were chanting, "This is awesome," before they even locked up. It was like I was chanting, "This is not good," before it even started.
Boy, you're salty. Was it the band that was like with the ginger girl just like
I don't even know who they were with, but I just know it was bad. I always hate that kind of music.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, this is the only band that like agreed to show up. Is that
It's like Barry Manilow or
so
something.
heavily on the show? Yeah.
Today
somebody else has got to live in Florida.
Today when I was out walking, so I had my headset on, not these same ones, but similar thing.
It makes about as much sense as Liberace being at WrestleMania 1, though. It's like, why is Liberace at WrestleMania 1? When I
think professional wrestling, I think Liberace. I think there's a huge crossover audience between Liberace and professional wrestling.
So why not have Barry Manilow at the NXT show?
We don't like heavy metal. We don't like rock and roll. All we listen to is Barry Manilow. Hey, we're all American boys. We're all American boys.
Okay.
Earlier today, I was out on my walk. So I'm walking. I had the headphone on, listening to music. It was in between songs, actually. So I heard just like a sentence of these two old women. Both of them were on walkers. And so I only heard like a sentence of whatever conversation when they're having. And the one, this is true, exactly what she said. She said, no, I listen to more modern music now, like Phil Collins.
Bam, there you go.
And I just thought that was hilarious. And I have no idea what reference this was or context or what the rest of the conversation was. But just the fact that Phil Collins was considered modern music, it made me very happy.
Have you heard this new song, Sonny? It's called In the Air Tonight.
All the kids are raving about it on the interwebs.
It just came out. Good old Phil Collins. I mean, it's been a while since he even did the Hercules or Tarzan soundtrack.
Oh, he did. I mean, I like Phil Collins.
Animated one.
It's not. I'm not like trashing Phil Collins. It made me wonder what happened to Phil Collins. What he's doing? What the hell is he doing?
I don't know.
Let's get him on In Your Head.
Right,
I think that remember
daughter's like becoming famous.
Remember a few weeks ago during the show, someone had messaged to they wanted like some hockey player on the show, and when I check my phone, I'm really just trying to check the chats everywhere, so I don't want to think I'm rude. But and they wanted this hockey player to come on the show, so Bruins player, and I was like, yeah. Then I think they realized that the show isn't a hockey show. It's a professional wrestling show, because then they just stopped replying.
I had a question prepared. I was going to ask them if they knew Chris Jericho's dad.
See?
Yeah. Is there any other like hockey or was the Goon? Could we could ask him about the Goon, right?
That's a top. That would be good. That would work. I'm all for this.
But then have you ever been hit by a puck? Right?
Been in a fight.
Good. Mm-hmm.
You a big hockey fan? Do they play a lot of hockey in the WV?
No. We did have the Huntington Blizzard, but they're gone now. They've been gone for years.
Really? That sounds like an ice cream shop or something.
It does kind of sound like one, now you mention it. But they were like a semi-pro or something like that, or I forget. But it was kind of interesting.
Owl brings up Phil Collins wrestled the Ultimate Warrior. That's right. It was like on some video.
It's on a music video, yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. He also said Okada was the wrestler you're trying to
Okada, yeah, that's it.
He also said interest cock, but I'm not sure what that was in reference to.
Got me.
What's on his mind, maybe?
Huh. I guess. Yeah. That's a strange dude sometimes. Strange dude. He's a different kind of cat, as Triple H would say.
So I saw, who was this person? It was like Chintzy
Carrie Cross,
Chili McFreeze or something. She comes out in a tank. It's like Shiatsu.
Oh, that's Shotzi Blackheart.
What the fuck kind of name is Shotzi Blackheart? Like, if your first name's Shotzi, your last name can't be Blackheart. And if your last name is Blackheart, your first name can't be Shotzi. That doesn't go together. It's like,
I don't know.
My name's Eugene Demonface. I mean, it doesn't really go together. Shotzi Blackheart?
I think you just made it in your head original, Eugene Demonface. I mean, I mean, he's right up there with Autobot. I mean,
think he's pretty awesome.
he's Eugene Demon Face.
Yeah, it's the new Kane of our generation. Eugene Demon Face.
It's Eugene Demon Face.
Good God Almighty! It's the devil's favorite demon.
Excellent.
Yeah, but honestly, the matches were good. I don't want to be here just like ragging on the show because the matches were good. I mean, there really wasn't a bad match.
You weren't in favor of Shotzi Blackheart.
No, actually, I don't think that was the greatest match. That women, the opening women's match,
the first match.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't. I do think too the flips. There was a lot of flips in the shows. The flips in wrestling without the crowd is odd. I just wouldn't do it because it. You don't have when you do the flips. The big part of that is the audience going, yeah, and then the wrestlers, feeding off that. When you don't have the crowd there to interact, it just seems like, oh, these guys are flipping. Why? It kind of adds kind of a silliness to it, which it's like, yeah, I think you're hurting yourself for no reason.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Or at least taking a big chance for no reason.
Well, I mean, you got to put on a show and give people what they expect. I mean,
yeah, but it's just
whether it's authentic or not,
Damian Priest took a hellacious bump on now. Damian Priest, he could be Eugene Demon Face. That could be the gimmick for him when they bring him up.
I kind of like that name better than Damian Priest. I think Eugene Demon Face is like he comes out, he's just like, I'm Eugene Demon Face. Then he does his little dance before, I could believe that is a Eugene Demon Face more so than Damian Priest.
Yeah, it's not the greatest name. It's just like we take a devil name and then we add it to a religious name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like the Omen Pope or something.
That's a pretty good name, too.
You could manage.
You're just coming up with some gold tonight. You need to stop. Just write down your ideas and keep them for yourself.
I like this. But yeah, that was a crazy bump though by Damien.
Yeah, when he did the fall onto the stairs.
Yeah, just like this thud. In a way, that worked better without a crowd because you could just hear the dull thud, like thud. I was like, oh shit.
Well, it was kind of like when the dude from what's his name? I always forget their names. The Dawkins and
Montez Ford.
There you go, Montez Ford. Thank you, Steven. I knew you would know. It's like when he took the dive, and there was no crowd whatsoever, and he just hit the floor, nobody caught him or anything, and all you heard was just like a. It was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It was kind of horrific in a way because it was just like, holy cow, he's just hit the floor for nothing. It's just
let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah.
By the way, that was John O'Hara who called in. Well, thank you, John O'Hara. You're a good man.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah. And apparently, we got Road Warrior Animals watching. Zoom in, Road Warrior Animal. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. That would be a rush.
So what's on your mind, Steven? Stevie! Yeah! Steven! Tyler!
About as much wrestling as you did, plus the main event of Monday Night Raw.
So, I didn't see any Stevie. Raw. What was going on the Raw?
I just had enough time to watch the Charlotte versus Asuka match, which is the main event of Monday Night Raw, which I thought was way too early. Considering, I thought they should have. I mean, with Charlotte coming back to Raw, they should have built that up a bit. Let the Asuka, what's her name, Nia Jax, is it? Let that one run its course first, and then build it to a return Charlotte versus Asuka feud. But instead, they just do it the very first time Charlotte loses the belt, and then the next night on Raw, she's facing Asuka. It's like, yeah.
But, what was the outcome of that? I don't even know.
Oh, Nia came down to the ring, interfered in the match, and then Charlotte did the spear and won. think that was the finish. Anyway, Charlotte won.
She won, but it was a non-title match.
Yeah, it wasn't for the belt because it's Asuka's facing Nia Jax at Backlash. So I'm gonna but you guys have never gone to like a hockey game.
I've been to a Huntington Blizzard match, so
yeah, it's all about these Huntington Blizzards.
He asked if I've ever been to a hockey game, so I've been to a hockey game.
Was that like the XHL, the Extreme Hockey League?
I have no idea. I had to look it up.
But no, I like believe me, I like anybody in the arena reacting, making noise. I'd rather hear that than to hear silence.
Yeah,
to hear echoes in that arena.
I'm with you on this one, Steven.
Yeah,
I'm with you on this
because that was just that was why I can't watch the arena. I can't watch Raw and SmackDown. But with the guys behind the plexiglass, pounding on the plexiglass, making all that racket, doing all the chants. Yes, they might have been scripted or told to say certain things, chant certain things, but I'd rather hear that than silence. That made NXT TakeOver that much more entertaining to watch. Enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Enjoyed seeing Todd Pettengill.
I thought Gary Shandling came back from the dead. I was like, wow, that's weird. They got like a hologram Gary Shandling on the show.
And why would they get Gary Shandling to begin with?
I don't know. Then I was let down when it was Todd Pettengill.
Todd Pettengill.
Todd Pettingill's a classic example of something in wrestling that no one liked. And just because it's old, now everyone acts like it's fantastic.
I hope Todd Pettengill isn't watching tonight.
Sorry for watching Todd Pettengill.
Nobody liked you.
No one liked Todd Pettengill. Now everyone acts like he's this classic guy in wrestling, this classic commentator, this classic figure in professional wrestling. It was the same thing when Coachman came back. No one liked the coach when he's around. Then he comes back, like, yeah, finally the coach is back. I'm like, what? No one liked him at all. And now all of a sudden he's considered, this amazing, classic character. It's like the return of Bobby Heenan or something.
You can get the coach on Cameo or whatever that is. I think he's kind of cheap. So
if I may or may not have started a Cameo, are you gonna be mad? Are you gonna say I stole your idea?
I don't care. You can start a Cameo if you want.
Actually,
what are you going to charge on your Cameo?
About $500.
You're doing like the MJF role, making it way overpriced.
Tazo, how much would you pay for a video shout out from Jackie Jones? You get what? You take it up the wazoo? Is that what you're saying?
Is Tazo here?
Whoa, yeah. Did you see that? He just bent over and spread the butt cheeks. That was weird.
I don't see it. Let's see. He did.
Yeah, now you're really let down. You missed it.
No, I'm not let down. I'm just like, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, he had clothes on, though. But I'll go on, Tyler, Steven, and then we'll get back to Tazo.
But like I said, I enjoyed that main event, that Io Shirai winning the belt.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it's better to have her and feud with Rhea Ripley, because I guess Charlotte, like I said, they really need to put Charlotte back on Raw. Well, with Becky's not there, and you just have Charlotte and Asuka. So, because I worry about the health of these women with Nia Jax around. That's like how many people is she going to injure before they wake up and realize
she's just bigger.
Can't have her around.
She's a big lady throwing little girls around.
Right. Yeah. It's like when Intra and I would wrestle around. It's like how could I cannot help but hurt you. Yeah. I was like, man, that's
whatever.
And, I was just tossing him around the room.
I had to step on your joke there. I could see where it was going.
Yeah. You remember where it was going. You remember getting tossed around.
No, whatevers.
All right.
I was concerned about breaking the fine decor of the hotel we were staying at.
All right.
Tazo, break that lovely desk. There's people who hand constructed that desk somewhere in China.
I do know someone who actually, because you do think that all stuff in hotels is just like, mass produced, but I know someone who was selling pillows on Etsy, handcrafted pillows, and then a hotel chain contacted them and bought mass pillows, so they had to make like 500 pillows.
Oh my goodness.
That's a nice story. Actually, that was Van's wife.
Yeah?
I don't think it was 500, but it was a lot. Taza, was that lollipop previously in Joey Ryan's butthole?
Who's Jerry Ryan?
Jerry Ryan.
Joey Ryan. Boy.
Joey Ryan.
Don't you know anything about wrestling?
Not really. You look like Stevie Wonder with those things on, man. And then you're moving your head like this.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie Wonder can actually see. It's a conspiracy that he can't see. He actually can see.
Yeah, that's you're all about these conspiracies.
What's that?
What's going on, Tazo?
No, there's another conspiracy that Incher always shits himself basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's
he
true.
Shits his ass.
It
would be weird if he shit his ear or something.
He shits out of his what?
Yeah, that is a hell of a conspiracy entry that you shit out of your butthole.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
that might be true. We'll have to find out one of these days.
It's because you have constant diarrhea. Or somehow that you're a feces fanatic or a coprophiliac.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're cool and it's just the rest of the in your head universe that is full of coprophiliacs and ass munchers.
Man, weird. What the hell's wrong with Taza?
I think everyone just reflects all their negative feelings about themselves to Incher. I think it's very unfair, and I felt like tonight, since the world is protesting.
So this is actually a pro-Incher ramble?
I'm not
correct.
Perplexed.
So Incher, he's running you over here. What do you think?
I'm tired of the assault upon Incher's character.
Okay. Thank you.
And his toilet habits.
I see.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
What's with the mohawk? You
Yes.
didn't have a mohawk last time, did you, when you called in?
I save money, man, but I have to trim it. But I do save $20.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that wrestling?
Yeah, let's get back to that. I don't know what he's going off on.
I think we're gonna get flagged or something. You're on some kind of list.
Really.
This world is going to shit, man. I'm looking up any wrestling news that might be going on, and the hottest thing is Beth Phoenix hypes Orton versus Edge.
That's the hottest thing in wrestling news? No wonder I don't watch this stuff.
Also, Ronda Rousey shows off her farm's donkey.
I think that's one of those weird sites you watch, Tazo.
That I watch? That you guys watch?
That's a hell of a comeback. What? I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me, it sticks to you. I know you are, but what am I?
Hey, look at this. Rumor killer on WWE planning Randy Orton versus Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Didn't he just lose? He just got kind of squashed, didn't he? He's going to come and fight Randy Orton.
Karrion Kross beat him, yeah.
I don't see that happening.
Are they bringing him up? Are they bringing him up to them big
That
leagues?
could be, because a lot of times they, kill the guys off before they bring them up.
Yeah, and then they rebuild them in Vince McMahon's vision. Mm-hmm. And Vince McMahon will be like, I see this guy as a janitor.
It's the new Barry Horowitz.
As the guy who just teams with what's his name? Ricochet. and
I don't think there's any. Like, I really like Tommaso Ciampa, but I don't see him being pushed heavily on Raw or SmackDown.
You know, I would have said the same thing about Daniel Bryan whenever they brought him up. But they did eventually kind of push him, even as much as they didn't want to. So you never know. I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
I don't see it. I don't know. Like, I think if he was a little taller, he could be a guy like they'd get behind because he looks pretty badass. He looks tough, but he is very short. And I think it's I don't care about that.
There are a lot of guys
it's fine by me. I know, but like they wrestle different style. Like AJ style isn't like AJ doesn't. His character isn't like this badass guy. You know what I'm saying? Where the Tommaso Ciampa, his character is he's like this bad guy, this badass dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like can he go to Raw and be a badass when he's like 5'4"? I don't personally care, but
it'd be tough. It'd be tough, but I mean, there's other people who do it. I mean,
I don't think it's undoable. I just don't think they'll get behind it. I don't think WWE will get behind it.
No, highly likely.
I mean, Samoa Joe never really got to that point. He's like a bigger guy.
He's been tazzed. He's a commentator now. Oh, is he?
I think. I don't know. I would assume. You think you would? You don't think you'd stop him from wrestling unless he was injured? Carol, are you there? We're just having a great block. I mean, we'll get him. We'll read him if he ain't here. Carol, you actually there?
I heard him when he first came in.
Yeah, Carol.
Ain't no telling Carol. No, Carol. He's gone off to do something at the moment.
Put him in the waiting room. Man, Marty Van Buuren's all pissed. He's saying, "Fuck censorship." Were we censoring ourselves?
I don't know. Maybe because we cut Tazo off on his crazy rant. I don't know.
Oh, you did? Wow.
We did. We really didn't. But I mean, we really should stay on some sort of topic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Just cut out that last thing on the list, which was the Jews. Just
Tazo, have you watched any professional wrestling recently?
No, I have not.
Wrestling!
I'm trying to I watched those Indian kids wrestling in the dirt.
That was a pretty sweet video that someone put up. Beef, I believe, shared on the Facebook page. They were really working Mania style because they were just going right through like it was like high spot after high spot. They were really blazing through their finishers. Would be my only complaint, but you technically I think they were really doing some good throws. I thought they looked pretty decent.
What was it? Just like a big move after big move or something?
Yeah, it was like F5 spear, German. There was I think there was about 3 moves: German suplex, F5, and spear was pretty much all they did.
That is the evolution of professional.
It kind of is. I mean, I think that is where we're going.
Like, where else can you go from here?
I'll be honest, that kind of match, like when I first saw one from Brock, like it was new and it was kind of cool, but I'm not a fan of it after a while. Whether he doesn't do any moves, but like the big German and then like the F5, and the other guy only does their finisher. It's not very fun. I don't get a kick out of it. I don't know. You loving it, Incher?
Yeah.
Is it lighting your world on fire?
I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, you don't want to just bust out the finisher move for like everything and have so many false finishes. But yeah, I'm not crazy about it. But whenever I do see it, sometimes I do enjoy it. I guess it just depends who's doing it. I guess if they're doing it effectively, I guess.
You staying safe in there in Brooklyn?
No, I mean, I don't work. I don't wear a mask. So, and I go to the dog park. But if you go to the dog park every day, you're pretty much breathing in shit. You know what I mean? Like 24 hours, whenever you're there. So I can't see myself getting sick. There was a couple of protests, but I didn't go to any of that stuff. No.
All right.
I mean, I was there when they walked by me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bunch of people by.
Yeah, you're just yelling about it on Facebook, but when it actually comes down to being part of it, you're just like, I'm out of here.
Like I said, man.
All talk and no go.
Look, first of all, I don't want to eat
show and no go.
This is a pretty face, you know. This is my moneymaker right here. If I get like a rubber bullet to the face, it's over for me, basically. Once people really start fighting for like tax reform and the defunding the cops thing is okay, but they should just get all these pedophiles out of Hollywood, Jack. You know what I'm talking about, and put them in jail and find out what happened to Jeff Epstein. You know what I'm talking. Jack knows what I'm talking about, right? Incher, right there, Steven. In
I don't think Taza knows what he's talking about, but yeah.
I think Jack was probably touched by Tom Hanks when he was a little kid. What do you think about that?
Bosom buddies? That's like the era.
Yeah, he wasn't that big of a star then, so. Yeah.
I always read that
for him then.
that Tom Hanks wanted to do a Bosom Buddies like reunion movie, and that the other guy of Bosom Buddies was against it, which I always thought was very like mind-boggling. It's like you would think Tom Hanks, it's like, yeah, I've won Oscars and stuff, but it was the other guy, which I don't even know his name. He's like Bosom Buddy number 2. Holy shit. Steven Tyler, he's just like, God damn, that's my hero. The other guy from Bosom Buddies.
Tom Hanks is a pedophile, just so you know.
No.
Oh, come on now. Who knows that? No, jeez. I like Tom Hanks. He played Captain Phillips. He played some Forrest Gump. Good stuff, Tazo. Don't give me that face. You know you like those movies.
Oh, I do. I used to think Tom Hanks was pretty awesome.
But, what made him such a bad person?
This made him a bad person. The Tazos.
Many trash movies. That movie Atlas, whatever. What's that movie called?
Atlas.
Cloud Atlas. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about. Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
No.
Saw that.
What? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, that movie was horrendous. And
so that makes him a pedophile because you made a movie you didn't like?
What?
I don't think that's how that works.
It was really terrible flick. Terrible. But also, he'll do anything. He'll do anything for a dollar.
Well, what's that? I don't know about that. I don't think he's in everything, but I don't think I don't think someone making a lot of movies. Let's say it's true. Let's say he makes a lot of movies, and some of them you don't like. I don't think that makes someone a child molester.
Basically, Tom Hanks has been presented to us as this wholesome, nice guy. Meanwhile, he's probably sacrificing babies to Moloch or one of these, Sumerian or Babylonian demons to maintain his youth and vigor.
He's looking kind of long in the tooth.
Well, maybe his
Steven's telling us to hang up on Taza.
his adrenochrome supply is running out. Don't you guys know anything?
Do you think Taza believes all this stuff, or do you think he's just trying to get like a rise out of people?
I guess so. Yeah, I think he's trying to get the rise out of people. Yeah. But I'm not sure.
I like the Tom Hanks movies he did based on the books by Dan Brown.
Oh yeah,
Angels and Demons and Inferno.
I don't know about that bloodline shit though. I don't really know if that's necessarily happening, but I mean, you do notice that all the rich royalty intermarries and stuff. But as far as Jesus's bloodline, I'm pretty sure that's just kind of
Are we canceled yet? I mean,
I don't even know what they're talking about, to be honest.
Have we been taken off of Facebook yet? I mean, this is probably why we've never done anything like this. I mean,
you guys didn't watch the Dan Brown movies? Dan Brown, right?
I don't know nothing.
I don't even know who Dan Brown is, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He's a novelist.
What's the name of the movie, man? The one that was really... Oh, the Da Vinci Code. Come on.
A novelist. A novelist.
The Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code. Yeah. I never watched those.
It's pretty dumb.
I highly recommend them.
Never read them.
guys are
How highly do you recommend them, Stephen?
Well, I recommend Angels and Demons, if only because it was set in Italy, and I visited.
Yeah, that's why you like it.
That,
It's in Italy.
What's the matter with you?
I like it because it's in Italy.
Yes.
No,
I like Italy.
Those places.
And I like meatballs.
I actually went there.
I'm a big
No,
fan of
that's all right,
raviolis.
Steven. I'm sure they're fine films. I'm just razzing you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you think, Inchler? Maybe we should get to the questions. Oh, by the way, I did like Dynamite this week.
Hey.
Oh yes, that's the other wrestling I watched this week was AEW Dynamite. I think I like that so much. I think I'm going to become a regular viewer of Dynamite again. That was a great show.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
So we got the revival and
revival there.
I didn't see that last week. I didn't know about it. Actually, it was a big surprise to me when I watched last week.
It was pretty cool. They came out, were fighting the Butcher and the Baker. I like Butcher.
The Blade. Come on.
I know. I actually like Butcher and Blade, and I actually like their new look because, as someone had mentioned during our live chat, might have been Jason Minton, everyone wears black. And so they have light now, and it's very Clockwork Orange like. I like their new look, actually. Okay. I think those guys are talented too. And I like the revival. The built-in feud, obviously, you build up to them in the Young Bucks, but there's a lot of teams they can work with. I'm sorry, FTR. The only thing I didn't like about their promo was when they asked what FTR meant, and that like there was no real definition, and they're just like it means whatever you want it to mean. I didn't think that was great. But the rest of that promo I thought was excellent.
That's kind of a good moment to like reveal what the name means because like I'm losing interest at this point.
Yeah, just make something up.
It's like, yeah.
And I did like Tony's like I always thought FTR meant fuck the revival, and then they were gonna like beat up Tony and people started
so they kind of set up a match with the Blade and the Butcher.
Yeah.
Because they came down the stairs yelling and looked like all this was happening in like the Jaguars HQ or something.
Probably was.
Yeah, because you saw like a big Jaguars logo on the back. So pretty interesting. Looking forward to that. Glad to see a new debut. You like I liked Colt Cabana getting knocked out by Chris Jericho's Judas Effect. I thought that was a pretty cool spot.
I like that too.
Colt sold it really well too.
That was a good match. Mm-hmm. I'm not the biggest Colt Cabana fan, but I think those two guys really worked well together. Which thinking about they probably would because Jericho can work many different styles, and Colt works a little different style than some of the other AEW guys. So they had good chemistry together. Mm-hmm. It's interesting that match has never happened before because it is two, big names in the wrestling business. Both guys have been around a long time, and Colt never necessarily in the the main television.
He's never been like on the main stage very well. He only had like that little run on the East.
For that reason, I like that he is in AEW because at least this is his shot, even if it's his final shot, to be in the big leagues. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a guy that has
final shot, Colt.
Yeah, then just take him out in the back.
Final shot.
Just Carol.
Yeah.
What's up?
Where you at, Carol?
Can you see me?
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Hey, Carol, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in years.
Mm-hmm. I can hear you, but I can't. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
We can hear you and see you and everything.
I'm having trouble with my webcam, so just give me a chance.
All right, no worries. Okay. It's good to see you. Good to hear from you. I haven't heard from you in a long time. Are you doing well?
Oh, yeah. Hanging in there.
Excellent. What's going on? What are you up to?
Nothing. Just hanging around. That's about it.
Yeah. Getting new video games? Make Incher jealous?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah? What you got?
A lot of video games.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll show you some of my stuff in just a second.
All right.
Okay, well, we better save that for off the cameras because we don't want to get anybody jealous here. I'd show you all my stuff, but
I'm going to try to fix my webcam so y'all can see me better.
Okie dokie, Carol.
I know that.
All right, man. It's a little.
I can still hear you.
What would he have to pull out for you to get jealous, Incher? What would Carol have to like? Boom, right into the webcam that you'd be just like salivating and be like, ah. Tech Mobile,
maybe like
Duck Hunt.
That's one of them. Or maybe like I don't know, Snatcher for the Sega CD. I'd be salivating over that right now.
Is that a real game?
I had a copy of it. It's a very expensive game right now, and I was kind of hard up for cash.
Oh man!
And so I sold it on eBay back in the days, and I regret it ever since because I only got like $60 out of it, and that's like a very valuable game now. It's like,
dang. What's it worth now? Like 65? Oh, 600. Wow.
Yeah, I got nothing for it. Nothing.
Damn, you got 1/10.
Yeah, and like the dude I bought it from, I think I gave him $5 for it. He really got screwed.
Yeah,
but he doesn't even know.
So.
Yeah, and I ain't telling him.
Worked out good in your favor. But.
Yeah, but still, I
wish karma, I guess.
I guess.
Snatch.
I love ripping people off, though. Love it.
Do you like that better than actually getting the? It's like, okay, cool, I got a good deal on this. But is it a better feeling knowing that you fucked that other guy over?
No, I don't think I feel good about that, but it is nice. I won't lie. Nice. It's nice knowing that I got it for like pity.
Sure.
You know? And I do kind of feel bad about that because I'm like, this guy probably could have used some, but screw him. I know what it's worth and he doesn't.
Owl says your intra's always getting hustled. What a mark.
Well, it's eBay. And like to me back in the day, I had this feeling that if you didn't sell what you listed on eBay, the cops are going to come to your house and bang down the door.
I just don't think it's right anyway. If you know.
Yeah.
I think that I applaud you. I think that's what a man does, and not like I'm not saying like a macho man. That's just what a person does. That is a show of character. If that's what you got for
instead of being like, "Oops, I lost it."
Yeah,
here's your money back. Yeah,
but you were just really doing it out of the fear of the police.
But this was, I thought like my account was going to get suspended or something, or but they don't do any of that. Yeah. But like,
you shouldn't do it anyway, though.
Yeah, but I really got screwed on that one. Like
you should have set the lowest bid higher. Put a,
Yeah, I was a kid then. This is like early 2000s, I think.
Yeah, so you were like what, 8 or something?
I was probably in my 20s, but like I was needing some money, and I thought, and it normally sold for like 200 or somewhere.
Just think of this. Think of this.
I was disappointed back then too. I was like $60.
Selling a valuable video game for $60 because you're hard up for money is way better than the stuff that Tazo does when he's hard up for money.
Okay.
I'm just putting, they can put things into perspective.
But anyhow, if Carol pulled that out, a legit copy, I'd be salivating over that. I wish I had it back. One of my biggest video game regrets.
Hey,
letting that one go.
How old is
it was only that title. I actually got Pop Full Mail or whatever that is. Some weird Sega CD game, and I still don't care that I sold that. I think I got more for it though. Anyhow, so. I'm not like a big, huge Sega collector, but nowadays I'm pretty bad. I want to collect everything. So.
Pinball,
yeah. Any pinball I get, I don't want to let go. I just
look at that. He's showing us his Nintendo there.
Is he? Oh, let's see.
Something with Nintendo.
What's he got? Oh, he's got the yeah.
What's that, like the Zelda?
No, that's the gold champion edition. What's it called?
Nintendo
World Champion. Yeah. The 1990 World Championships. It's like a demo basically that they had in freaking
when me and Tazo
like
were kids, the only
competitions
video
back in the
games
day.
we had was like Pong.
Pong, baby.
Exactly. I think they're bringing Pong back with the Intellivision Amico. They're
Really?
gonna have a new Pong.
I remember
It's got
it was
Snow
like,
Brothers.
when Dig Dug
Got
came
Snow
out, me
Brothers,
and
Carol.
Tazo were like, "Wow, this is revolutionary."
Which game?
Dig Dug
Dig Dug was a pretty good game, actually.
was a good
you know?
game, actually. Yeah,
I like
Gauntlet.
Astro.
I was a big fan of Gauntlet. Get a group
Yeah.
of people play some Gauntlet at the arcade machine.
Mm-hmm.
Especially though they had one. I think maybe all of them were like that, where it was like the flat top. You looked over it. But there's probably a technical name for that.
Yeah, that's a cocktail
Mm.
table. Yeah.
Do you have the Gauntlet
Make a
cocktail
joke, come on.
table?
No, I don't have that. I have the Miss Pac-Man one, and I use it as like my soldering station where I like work on boards and shit. So it's pretty bad. I need to set up like
it's like
my
a
actual
$2,000 soldering table.
Yeah, exactly. I just use and abuse it, so it's
Man.
kind of bad that
Is
I
it
do
ruined?
That, nah, the glass that was on it was original, so it's all scratched to hell anyhow. So it's like,
I see.
it's
I
not
thought you bet you were
restored.
going to say you scratch it to hell for doing this.
No. It was scratched to hell when I got it, so it's
Nice.
not restored or anything. It's not like I'm just throwing it on there and ruining a brand new glass.
Right. Tyler Stevens says Dig Dug 2 was his jam. I don't remember Dig Dug 2.
That was on the NES. It was basically you had islands and you like separated the island to make the enemies fall. I remember Dig Dug 2. It was a good game.
Were you a big pinball game fanatic, Tazo?
I am the greatest Bob's Burger pinball player in
Bob's
the world.
Burger, that's what new, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
thought you were going to play
them.
like some old game from the 70s or something.
Well, that's a digital game that's on like the PlayStation. So, yeah.
Steven, you're an old school guy.
Yes, emphasis on the old. Yes, I used to play pinball a lot when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Always had good fingers, I guess. You know, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to ask your wife about that one.
Oh,
yeah.
These great minds think alike here.
But yeah, I used to play pinball when I was a kid, and I'm an old Pong player and all those old games. As soon as they got a little more complicated, then and I got a little bit older, then I stopped. Playing. So.
Huh. Well, I know Tazo. He's a big fan of my Star Trek machines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You gonna
Star
sell it
Trek
to
The
him?
Next Generation.
Star Trek what?
Didn't you make a comment whenever I posted the link on the pic on my Facebook? I thought you did. Star Trek: The Next Generation pinball.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's a game.
See, now he does. See,
Really?
he's on to it.
He's a pinball wizard. He has to be a hit. I don't know that song that well.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Is that how you used to pick up chicks back in the day? You go down to the pinball hangout, the arcade. You're like, watch this, baby. Look at me get the highest score on Centipede.
That's right. Well, the thing is, in Brooklyn, like all the arcades, like you went to the back and there was like a hole in the wall and you'd put a 20 in there and they'd give you a bag of weed.
I thought you'd put something
I
else
thought
in
that
the
was
hole.
going some. Yeah.
I'd put a 20 in the hole, then I'd get down on my knees and wait for something to pop out.
Oh my.
Yeah, a bag of weed.
Oh goodness. Whatever happened to like whenever somebody's singing a merry tune, everybody just holds up their drinks and does, did that ever happen? Like, or is that just something
I think it's
that's
for a
only done?
bar thing. Like you're not a drinker.
Yeah.
Neither am I.
So I've missed out on that.
Are you Irish?
I am Irish.
Well, there you go. Go find yourself a pub, Patty.
Some potatoes. Steven, is that where you met your wife? Playing video games and pinball?
No, actually, the very first time I set eyes on her was at the subway here in Toronto.
No.
Yep.
Buying a submarine sandwich?
No,
I think
subway.
actual
The
subway.
subway, the actual transit system.
Oh, I thought you
I
were
think-
getting like a roast beef sandwich.
I think they need to not name restaurants after actual things. Like, what if I
Like,
opened up a restaurant
Called
called
it the
bus
post
station?
office.
It's like the post office. It confuses people.
That's very
It's
true.
like
I never thought
Subway.
about that. Yeah.
Like, don't name it Sub Shop or something.
Right.
not
Do you think
Subway.
anyone's ever gone there? And like, well, how much does it cost to get to Albuquerque? And like, what the fuck, sir? Do you want a tuna on rye?
Yeah, maybe it might have happened when they first opened.
Probably a Polish person.
Yeah.
Or reverse of that. I don't know. Maybe someone goes and they're trying to get, like a corned beef sandwich, and it's like, dude, this is a Subway.
It must have worked out because it's like 21 years later and we're still married.
That's right.
Almost 21 years later.
So it was love at first sight. You just saw it and you're like, boom, this is the one for me.
Well,
did you propose to her that day?
No, it wasn't that day. No. I'd like to say that we kind of like worked out all the kinks, worked out all the, of getting to know each other and getting used to each other before we got married, so that when we actually got married, we didn't go through all that because we already did.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Excellent.
Very nice. Very good.
How did you meet her on the train?
No, I actually met her on the subway platform, not on the train.
Well, what was the line you pulled out? Was it like?
No,
Nice
actually, I
ass,
think
bitch.
she said something first, like
You don't use that line, Jay.
and hello.
This is the
So,
70s. It was a different time.
Oh,
Go on. I'm sorry.
So-
What were you saying?
So I mean, it was we actually did kind of click like right away. We had so many, one of those things where you just you know right away you got chemistry with someone. So like you're gonna get along. So
What did she say to you? Or what were the first words?
actually, I'm pretty certain the first word to me was hello with a big smile on her face.
Like, hello, stop staring at me, weirdo.
Yeah. No, I think this was love at first sight. I think it's a very, very nice story, Stephen.
very nice story.
Anyway.
No, seriously, I'm not being facetious. I say it's a nice story.
No, I know.
I could tell by the
know.
look you're a very happy man.
I'm thinking like Steven's wishing we would have hanged up on Tazo, but when he said originally, right?
He's too nice to
to
say it. He's too. Stephen is a nice man. He wouldn't say anything bad, even if he hated Tazo. I don't think he would say it.
Baby.
I don't think he has hate in his heart, Stephen.
Hey, baby.
Do you? I mean, look at him. He's a nice man. He's a good guy. He doesn't hate anybody.
Were you flashing her? Were you like showing her your wiener? No.
No, that took a while.
Whoa.
Not on the first date.
They're still working up to that.
Yeah, ladies don't like.
Actually, to be honest, the very first date was kind of a disaster because she's a vegetarian. She doesn't eat red meat, and I took her to a steakhouse for dinner.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. That was.
Is that how you? Aren't you a vegetarian now? Is that how you became a vegetarian?
I'm a vegetarian now because of her. That's right. Because I used to love T-bone steak. I really did, and unfortunately, like I said, she's a vegetarian, so I just had to swear off red meat entirely.
Is there any kind of meat you can eat?
We'll have chicken. Chicken's fine.
Chicken.
Turkey sometimes, but no red meat. No swine. No.
What if you brought home an Impossible
bats.
Burger?
No bats. Definitely, goddamn, no bats. None of that. No wet markets. So
Impossible Burger's not real meat, isn't it?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Would he be thrown out of the house just for wanting to eat that? Like,
no. I found now that I get stomach aches if I eat real meat.
mm-hmm.
When I change my diet, if I eat something very greasy, it hurts me. It gives me an upset stomach as well.
Yeah.
Did Tazo just leave?
Tazo's just walking out.
Are you really like that angry he's gone?
No, but he could have just shut off the videos. I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
He probably forgot. Or he probably has to go to the bathroom.
Maybe we'll get a look into what's going on in Tazo's house. You know.
Yeah.
That's probably scary. He's got to have like. I'm sure he's got someone like in a cage or something. Would you really be surprised if the camera fell and there was just like this person in a cage and they're like, "Help me"? I mean, would you really be that shocked?
Or someone chained to the wall?
Yeah, maybe. Somebody chained to the wall?
like an old school dungeon and like a cartoon. With a big long white beard.
He's got like an Iron Maiden in the corner. And guillotine.
Yeah. All right, then sure.
Hey,
go on, man.
I think everybody's got all their wrestling fixed for this episode.
Oh yeah, we talked about the wrestling. We talked about the WWE, the AEW, the NXT. Did you watch the Impact?
I'm still behind on the Impact. I'm sorry. You can fill me in on it though.
Oh yeah, that guy. So Johnny Swinger and he wrestled RVD, and then Valkyrie McPhillips came in, and then they went to time limit draw.
Valkyrie what? Valkyrie who? And she faced who? I'm trying to get this straight now. Naomi's in.
Yeah, they just brought her in. Impact. Yeah, Naomi.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a big surprise.
Oh, okay.
She's restarting Aces and Eights. She was the mystery leader of the new Aces and Eights.
Oh.
It was a real big deal.
Huh.
So,
but I saw that
Jamie here in the chat room. So wait a minute, Jamie here in the chat room. He says Tazo has someone in a big blue cage.
That would make you jealous, wouldn't it, Insure? If he had a big blue cage.
He has a blue cage. Yeah,
uh-huh.
That would be a little bummed about that.
Yeah. If Tazo were to kidnap you and like torture you, if it was in a big blue cage, would that take some of the sting away?
A little bit.
Well, it's not quite so bad. At least I'm living my dream. I'm in the big blue cage. I think you know what? I know I'd say like most people could beat you up, but I think you could probably take Tazo. The only thing is that if he is legit as crazy as he is, there's no telling what a crazy man could do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He might like rip your eyes out or something.
So you think out of all the Headyverse, the only one you're going to give me is Tazo?
I think you take Jason Mitten because I don't think he knows he would fight back. I think he'd just lay there.
He would just get pummeled.
Yeah, I think Steven. I don't see Steven fighting back. He would just be trying to talk you out of this. Like, don't do this. This is not what you want to do, Insure. I don't think he'd hit back.
Steven, he's got some reach. He's kind of like Abraham Lincoln.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or maybe just gonna hurt him. You start doing the war dance like Wahoo.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else could you take?
So who are you beating up?
Oh well, everybody. I don't know if there's really a Headyverse member who could take me in a physical.
Really?
Yeah. Any type of physical activity.
Not even like Rotor or Animal?
In his prime, maybe. I think in his prime, it would be pretty even. Maybe Brock Lesnar. I think Brock Lesnar would give me the biggest run for my money. Plus, we're even because we both had the same surgery. We both had diverticulitis.
Uh-huh. Would you be scared of like Say
I have no fear in me. I wouldn't be afraid.
Like
of
a Dave Bautista?
No.
Or would you be afraid of the animal?
No. You could just stop, would you be afraid? And the answer is no.
Oh. There
is no fear.
Do you have that sticker to prove it? The no fear sticker?
Do these eyes look like the man who knows the definition of fear?
No, I guess not. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. It's scary.
Mm-mm.
What is Tazo doing? Is he like? Is he change? Is he trying? Is he doing like the? Is he changing into another personality like Matt Hardy? When the crowd comes back, like, okay, this is funny. The Matt Hardy changed it into different characters, but when the crowds come back, he ain't gonna be able to do this. He ain't gonna be able to roll under the ring and put on a whole new costume.
No.
They can be able to have Vanguard fly over the crowd. That's illegal.
Well, they did do the thing where he was thrown into like the ice chest, and he changed in that, and then he came out. So
you think it was? Well, yeah, I guess. But I don't think he's going to be able to do it as an elaborate, because it had to be a quick change. He's not going to be able to just put on a whole new outfit.
They got a cloning.
What if he does have a brother?
That's simple.
I mean, they did it back in the day with the Hebners. Why can't they do it now? Just get someone to get plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Where's Shannon
Jeff
Moore?
Just doesn't look like him much,
Why didn't he bring Shannon Moore in? He, a lot of wrestlers bring in their buddies. Where the hell's Shannon Moore? What'd Shannon Moore get out of being the buddy?
He's probably like, I got somebody for you, Matt and Nick and Omega, and I got Shannon Moore, and they just said no.
I wonder what he looks like now, because I think he ruined himself when he got like all those tattoos. He's probably got like those implants with like the horns in his head and like brands.
You think so? He's looking like Lizard Man nowadays.
I think so. Made himself into like a walrus, like in Tusk.
Oh, hopefully not. I mean, he was a pretty boy back in the days. Why would he do that to himself?
I agree, but hey, it's his own body, I guess. Bruce Briscoe says
what he wants.
Bruce Briscoe wants to know, is Tazo doing crack? And Al Ulba says maybe he's licking crack, but I don't know. There's something up. Maybe he's just taking a poop. He was saying about you pooping. He's out taking a Tazo.
Yeah. It's the way it goes.
I like coffee. I mean, you can talk while I'm drinking coffee. You don't have to just stare at me.
No, I'm trying to make it as awkward as possible.
Yeah, I wonder what the listen to the podcast is like.
Coffee, and then you took a big sip of it, and it's just like we have to stop and watch. All of a sudden, you become Alexa Bliss on the program. You're just holding your coffee going.
I mean, I do that during all podcasts, but you just can't see me normally. But not now. It's like, how do I hide it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't take Spanish lessons anymore. Are you pissed?
Yeah, I had to take it earlier before.
Yeah, you're like, I gotta do this or something.
I got on the air here.
He's like, habla español, taco grande.
Okay.
This has come up many times in the chat room. They're saying your head is very shiny tonight.
Yeah, that's because I got my light on and I shaved my head the other day.
It looks good. It's nice and smooth.
That's kind of like what I want. I want the Daddy Warbucks shine on top of the head.
I like it. Do you wax it?
No. Is there a head wax that you can use to make it like a gym floor?
Probably. Maybe that could what Minton can send you next.
Maybe.
Steven wants to know, did you shine it up for the show?
No. I just came on the show, and this is El Natural.
Looks good, Insure, I think. I told you for years to do it.
Well, thank you. What would I do without you, Jack?
It's true. That reminded me of like Creep Show. Like the crate.
What?
What would I do when he feeds his wife to the crate monster?
No. So I'm going to feed you to the crate monster?
I
Is
can
that
see
what
that
you're
happening.
saying? Yeah, me too. Yeah. Just.
If there was a crate monster, like who would be the top 5 Headyverse members you would feed it to?
You really want me to go there and say everybody I would want the crate monster to devour?
Yeah. Kinda, yeah.
Okay, then. Jackie Jones.
Whoa!
He's the number 1 on my list.
Man. All right.
Owl's going to go to the crate monster. Let's see. Tazo, yeah. That's a good suggestion, Steven. Steven's like having me do his will.
Yeah,
He's
maybe I was wrong about
right
this.
here.
Maybe he really is like secretly evil.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Mrs. D. Let's throw her in there. Just have the crate monster destroyer. Just I mean, because who really? I mean, do you enjoy your calls? I don't. Let's just be honest.
Man, Taza came back and just left.
Who's my last one? And let's do President Clinton since he.
Whoa, that one's a shocker, I think.
Yeah, just throw it right in.
You're getting rid of all your competition.
That's what you get for beating me in the tourney, President Clinton. You're getting fed to the crate monster. Have a good day.
Damn. Whoa. Getting rid of all the competition. This is also you could sail. I'm surprised Beef wasn't on there.
Well, I beat him fair and square.
Every time someone posts here in the chat now, I get a Facebook asks me if I want to translate it into English.
Guess because you're speaking Spanish, so
could be, honestly. I don't know why else would do it, but I don't know. Everything. Anything else there, Steven Tyler?
I wanted to be able to decipher that the text is English anyhow.
What happens if I click on it? It's just going to tell me it's already in English?
I see it myself. It just says translate to English.
Yeah, I turned it on. So now it'll be translated English, apparently. I was watching this show on television. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. It's like 90 Day Fiance, I think it is. And it's these guys and girls who marry, they will try to marry people from other countries. And like, there's a couple that are really sad. And this one dude, he was trying to hook up with this girl from the Ukraine. And everyone else on the show, myself included, just thought she didn't exist. I think it was Ukraine. And he went over there 5 times, and every time she had an excuse. One of them, literally, the excuse was, "Oh, I've got to go to my my nephew's hockey game." And this is after he paid for a flight to the Ukraine, and so he's there, and she's like, "Oh, I got to go to my nephew's hockey game." And so she finally showed up, and it was a big shock on the show. Like, holy shit, she's actually a real person. She's actually here.
She really exists. And
you could tell by the look anytime like he'd hug her, she's just like she had no interest. But anyway, she didn't speak English. And so he got her an iPhone that anything you put in it would be translated to whatever she spoke, and whenever she typed, it would instantly to English and audio. And I was like, wow, this is like Star Trek we're living in modern day. It's pretty well. And then she stopped replying. And she would only reply through the not Facebook, but the dating app. And everyone else was like, dude, she's just playing you. And he's like, no, she can't use the iPhone I got her because her fingernails are too long. And everyone just started laughing at him. It's pretty funny. And then he spent like, he said he spent $250,000 on her. And then like the one, Ed, who's like, he's this weird guy, he's got no neck. Not to make fun of him, but he started making fun of David because they were all doing like a Zoom chat. Everyone's like, "What the fuck are you watching, Jack?" And he just got pissed. He's like, "Get this guy out of here! Get him out of here!" And he just turned off his camera and left. He stormed out.
The guy who was trying to get the mail order bride.
Yeah, David. Yeah, he got all mad. Just took off.
Well, I mean, that sounds exactly like a show that you would be all about.
Oh, I love it. Yes. I love it. It's awesome. Everyone's in either misery or like just buffoons. Yeah, I love it.
Excellent, I guess.
I feel bad for some of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this. Excuse me, Carol. What's going on? My boy, my pal, my amigo, my buddy, my compadre, my brother. Carol Crocketincher. Woo!
Let's see if y'all can hear me now.
Yeah, we hear you, Carol.
Oh, good. Now I got it working. All right.
Excellent.
Perfect.
And living color right there.
You
That's
can
it.
do what you want to do in living color.
So what's been going on?
Not a hell of a lot. We're just talking about wrestling. Interest has been informing us all.
Sort of.
What's on your show?
Oh, man, let me tell you. Wrestling has changed a whole lot.
Yeah, it's just going in the crowd.
It's not like it used to be.
It isn't. I agree.
It has really changed.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it.
You still like it, or is it just not for you anymore?
Oh, I still like it, but it's, some of the matches I don't care for,
mm-hmm.
But, I still go to them.
Mm-hmm.
And not too long ago, I went to SmackDown. And because we're living in Burlington. I'm living in Burlington, North Carolina right now.
Ah.
And me and Katie, we went to Greensboro to watch SmackDown. And now that was good. That was really good.
Excellent.
And
how's she doing, by the way?
She's doing good.
Butterfly doing?
Oh, she's doing good. You're looking good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You're looking good too, Carol.
I've been watching you. I've been watching you on Facebook.
Thank you. That's very good.
I've been watching John's videos.
Oh, thank you, Carol. That's greatly appreciated. Everybody can check out my YouTube channel, 1 Inch Biceps on YouTube.
Hour go by. I heard. Oh, by the way, so I started putting these up on YouTube. The In Your Head shows here, the recent ones, and I heard from Dave Deadman, who has replied to the YouTube page. I haven't heard, and someone we haven't heard from in like 10 years. Titan.
Titan. Oh my gosh, yeah.
When he was like a kid, he must be a grown man by now. He was like, "It's good to see you guys are still kicking it. You still do." I was like, "Whoa, Titan! That's pretty wild, isn't it?"
And Bruce Briscoe, he wants to know, is Carol Incher's dad? Carol, are you my dad?
No.
Okay. Who's older?
But I will say this: we're video game partners.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you guys can rub heads together. Who do you think
used to have hair, but now I just shave it.
Yeah, just shave it off. Who cares?
Yeah. Looks good.
Get rid of it.
Looking good. You think Incher's looking good, Carol, with the shaved head?
Oh yeah.
Oh well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Do you wax your head like Incher?
Oh no. Mm-mm. I just shave it, and that's about it. Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens to come out shiny. See, I do have a light bulb that's like right over my head right here, so that probably does.
Do you ever go to like the tanning salon to tan your head?
It's just like you gotta like take it like this sometimes. You just
He's buffing it.
I love
it. Any shinier now?
It's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you shave it more than once a day, or?
No, actually, I shaved this Monday.
Oh, really? Oh,
Monday.
wow.
Yeah. So there's like a little bit of a day's growth here, which I can feel a little stubble. So
Bruce Briscoe said you guys could be the new
ball.
Baldies.
mm-hmm.
Baldies to 2020.
You want to do it, Carol? We be the new Baldies.
Sure, might as well.
Yeah.
Find out where Vic Grimes is at.
Mm-hmm. I think he's dead.
No, he's alive.
Isn't Vic Grimes dead?
No, he's alive.
He's alive?
Yeah.
Well, you would have thought he would have been on the New Jack Dark Side of the Ring, but he wasn't on there, was he?
No, they talked about him, but he wasn't on. He's on my Facebook.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I guess he just didn't want to participate.
Yeah, maybe they didn't even ask him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just afraid of New Jack, eh?
Yeah, that's true.
Could be.
Jamie Forsyth is with us, by the way.
How you doing there?
Good to hear from you.
I'm doing good.
You looking good? Getting you getting some mustard on your French fried potatoes?
You like them French fried potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
And sure, you like them biscuits?
Reckon you can make me some biscuits.
French fried potatoes, and then I like the ZZ. He's a good guy.
Have I sang that yet on video?
No.
You want to hear
I
it?
don't think. Got the love for ZZ.
Do you want to see it on? You want to see it perform? Do you want me to serenade you with "Got the Love for ZZ"?
I mean, I could say no, and you just go ahead and do it anyhow. So
No, I want. If you don't want,
let's see it.
If you don't want me to, I won't.
That's just total bullshit.
I'm leaving it up. This is up to you, Headyverse. If Intra doesn't want me,
you said if I don't want him,
right? So if Intra doesn't want to hear it, the whole Headyverse is just going to be deprived. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So if you don't want me to sing it, I won't sing it out of respect to the instrument.
Really? Well, thank you, Jack. I don't want to hear it.
All right, not going to hear it. I'm sorry, all the Headyverse out there that Intra has broken all your hearts and let you down, but it's to let you know. It was all in his hands. So, but
you're welcome.
Out of respect to the instrument.
Man.
I heard Pavarotti was going to do a version of it.
Really?
Yeah.
When you started saying the P, I was thinking Poffo for some reason, like he was going to do the Poffo, but
no,
I don't think he's
Poffo's doing the Poffo to himself right now. He's kind of busy.
Man. Do you think we'll ever see a live Poffo here on In Your Head video?
I don't know.
You think any of the Headyverse will do the Poffo?
No, we don't want that. Good Lord. Why are you trying to get that started? Christ's sakes, we just got this thing going, and you're wanting us to get kicked off already.
It's a unique talent.
Jeez.
I'm just thinking maybe someone out there will you get into training to do it.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Somebody's going to come on here, and they're going to do it, and then you're going to be like...
You think Tazo could? He's skinny. So isn't Steven. Steven's a slender man. So, Carol, what's up? What's going on?
Same old stuff.
Yeah. So where's the WCW sign you were going to send me?
Oh. You still want that WCW sign. I figured that.
I do. How's Jackie doing? You still talk to Jackie?
Barely every now and then.
Oh, that's too bad. I hope he's doing well, though.
Yeah, he's doing good. I haven't seen him in quite a while, but I've been going to, when I lived in Spartanburg, I've been going to Big Time Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And
Big Time Wrestling.
I've met, not too long ago, I met Arn Anderson.
Oh, really?
Finally. Yeah.
Did he give you the spine buster?
No, we shook hands, talked, for a little while. And I'll have to send you a picture. Not a picture, but I'll send you a video. It's on my phone, but I'll send it to you. And it's, you remember that guy, Jack Swagger?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Gunn?
Yeah.
They were wrestling one day at the Big Time Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Katie had like second row.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like over on my left side. and they was out of the ring and started wrestling, and I just started filming, and that was pretty cool. And yeah, and let's see what else. I've been going to video game conventions too. I go to video game conventions in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm going to one in August, first week in August.
They're not canceling them. They keep them going with all this.
This one, you might need to come to this one because
come on down.
It's a good one. This is my third.
It's a big time 1-inch man.
Yeah.
Yes. This is my third time going.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time. I'd love to, see some games, buy some games, and spend lots of money.
Oh yeah. Oh, you saving up your money incher here?
Oh yes.
A little bit, here and there.
I've
some
seen
of
all
that fine
the
government money, eh?
I use the money that they send me for the thing to buy the sorcerer machine that's outside.
There you go.
I spent it, gave it to somebody like you're supposed to do, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I saw, what intro I saw this the other day was on my Facebook. There's I didn't even know there was one, but there's a sandwich flea market, and it's reopening. But I didn't even know it was ever open. But
there you go.
There's a bunch of guidelines. Yeah, you can't. They can't sell like get your own coffee. They can't sell fresh food.
Yeah.
Social distancing. You have to wear the face mask. You have to have hand sanitizer, or, which I thought was funny, either if you don't have hand sanitizer, you have to have like a 2-gallon jug of water and soap. And I thought, who the hell's going to carry around a 2-gallon jug of water and soap and just constantly wash your hands?
Like, take out the bar
Would it
soap
be easier to
it.
carry hand sanitizer? It's like, I can't carry hand sanitizer, but I'm carrying this big jug of water and soap with me.
Jeez.
I actually found some hand sanitizer at the Walmart the other day, so
it's pretty. It's readily available here now.
Is it pretty readily available?
Yeah,
I got some in my pocket right now.
I don't have in my pocket, but I carry it with me all the time when I'm on my walks. I went to the first time I ate at a restaurant in months today, non-takeout.
Yeah.
Yep, they can
outside
dining here.
They keep you all separated, so you weren't passing around the COVID.
Yeah, it's outside. The seats are fairly far apart. Wait staff's wearing masks and gloves. It was a good time, and it was very good. It was like I've been eating some takeout, every now and then for support local business, but it's not the same as actually, sitting down and eating it right out of the oven.
Mm-hmm.
This whole world's changing.
That's for sure, Carol. Yeah.
What are you doing to keep busy? Can't go to conventions. Can't go to wrestling.
Just playing. I'm usually on the internet, or usually playing video games or doing something.
Mm-hmm.
At least trying to. At least.
I got you. All right, what's going on, Jamie Forsythe?
Sometimes I just.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry, unsure if I talked over you.
Just going day by day right now. Just living day by day. That's all I can do.
Day by day.
I don't really watch much of the wrestling much.
Man,
that's like a reoccurring theme tonight. I don't
like that empty arena wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
It just doesn't do it for me.
I've been on Without Your Head. A couple people I interview they stopped watching wrestling in the '90s and they started watching it again with AEW, which was very exciting for me to hear. And one of them, he started watching wrestling again. His favorite is Adam Pearce, and his wife's favorite is. And she was not a wrestling fan at all, never watched wrestling before. And her favorite wrestler is Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy. So I was like, hell yeah, your wife's pretty awesome.
You said Adam Pearce, but he's
Adam
not even
Pearce.
wrestling.
Adam Page.
Adam, oh, okay. The Hangman, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, who's he talking about? Sorry, I couldn't think of who it was.
Apparently, he's on a lot of backstage segments on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah,
Adam
he's always
Pearce.
running in, breaking up fights.
He's like the new Jamie Noble or
Scrap
something.
iron.
Mm-hmm. and they
Surprised
still have
he's
Jamie
like the one
Noble.
agent they didn't fire.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, Jamie Noble's still there. He was in the whole segment with Jeff Hardy, like when he was framed for running over Elias. Yeah. So, Jamie Noble is still with WWE.
Man. Didn't he get hurt at one time?
He got stabbed like outside of his trailer or something like that from what I heard.
It was Nydia?
Nah, I don't think. The unique looking Nydia, I don't think she did that.
Oh, no, you never know.
They always described her as being unique looking. Every time they would bring up Nydia, they would say she's very unique.
Yeah, strange choice of words.
But I don't know.
I always think that about you, Intra. I always think he's a very unique individual.
Oh, really? Look at this. Is there anything?
Yeah, unique smile.
That's a pretty boy right there. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think he could be. I think he could be the new Lex Luthor.
I thought you were gonna say he could be the new Lexar.
Oh man, I don't know.
No, I don't want to be the new Lexar. Is Lexar gone for now?
I sent him
forever?
I sent him the information, but I didn't get a reply, so I don't know. I sent it to him last week.
Know what's going down?
That's a shame.
I sent it to him last week, but no reply at all. I think you can actually join this through Skype. I'm not positive. I've not tried it, but I think because I know in the settings I switched it to accept Skype, so I think there's a way you can call in with Skype or Zoom in with Skype.
Interesting.
We could also stream this right to YouTube if you wanted, but I thought we had a lot of people on the Facebook page. I don't know which is better.
Beats me, man.
Did you guys check out the Ric Flair network special yet?
I haven't watched it. I just got around to the Undertaker one.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, those are pretty good.
Yeah, Undertaker one's great. I haven't watched the Flair one yet.
Well, it's just about his final goodbye, they call it, but it's good. There's like new segments with him talking in it, and of course he starts crying. But that's Flair.
If you drop a hat, he starts crying. He's always crying. Flair's a crying person. I have, sometimes I find time to cry.
You find time
I may be a dastardly person and refuse the Headyverse to hear Bound for Glory. Well, I really got the love for ZZ. But sometimes I find time to cry, Jack.
What makes Intra cry? When's the last time you had a good cry?
Oh, like sometimes a movie. Like, I described like Searching for Bobby Fischer at the end. It kind of brought some tears to my eyes. Yeah, because it was like he at the end. This is you're trying to get me to do it, but like he stops because he knows he has him. He knows he's going to beat this guy, and he knows it's going to be crushing to him. So he offers to just call the match, and the kid refuses, and then he went ahead and he beat him. It's a nice little thing there, Oh my God, Jack's about to cry.
Did anybody get hit with a chair in that movie, or?
No, nobody got hit with a chair. Wow. I know some chess pieces was knocked across the table.
Did No Holds Barred ever make you cry?
Yeah.
Don't bring up No Holds Barred.
When he smells the dookie.
Rip them.
Oh my God.
They were selling those Rip 'em shirts. I did think about getting one, but
No Holds Barred.
Yeah.
This is what it sounds like when Intra cries. Could be my new hit song. Now Whoop says. This is what it sounds like.
How do you get rid of this? Translate the English stuff.
I don't know.
That's all I see from you.
Yeah, I know. Like, we get it. I even turned it on. I thought that would be the end of it. It's like, okay, it's on. Does it have to tell me every time?
It's like all you did. You said one line in Spanish, and I don't even know if it was a full sentence.
I think all I said was habla español, and then I said like taco grande.
No quiero Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a bunch of bitches.
Oh.
Not you.
Who are you calling bitches?
It's Facebook.
Facebook? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't mean you. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jack and his merry bunch of bitches.
It's like my merry men.
Yeah.
Who would be my Friar Tuck? Intro would be my Little John. Who's Friar Tuck? Carol Friar Tuck?
Sure. Not me.
Well, Jason could be Friar Tuck.
That's true. He's very peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
You think he'll ever snap? I could see him just snapping and killing me. Like, I always think, like, Incher would shoot me someday, or Jai.
Or are you to the crate monster?
Or Tazo or something. But it could be surprise. It could be Minton. We could be at a festival, and I go down and start eating the buffet. They probably won't have breakfast buffet anymore, but we'll be eating breakfast together, and I'll just be there in my underwear, and he'll just finally snap. He wasn't too pleased the last time when we were having breakfast in the hotel, and I just came down because it wasn't in our room; it was a separate area, and I was just wearing my boxer shorts. He wasn't too into that. What do you think? Do you think that's fine to wear your boxer shorts around the hotel? Not in your actual hotel, but like down in the dining area?
Sure, why not?
I think like everybody knows like not to do that, Jack. So,
but I just used the gym. I was working out in the gym.
In your boxer shorts?
Yeah. And then I went to breakfast with Minton.
Was there like anybody else in the room there?
Not in the gym. Yeah, public. There was a lot of people in the dining area.
Did they say anything?
No. They were Black Panther boxer shorts, so pretty cool.
They're probably jealous then.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to, just people being jealous.
Yeah.
Jason Minton says, you eating breakfast in your underwear was the highlight of my life.
Wow.
Man. And he's had a hell of a life, so that says a lot of it. Jack is an exhibition. I've been accused of that because I like to urinate in public, and people have told me it's because I'm an exhibitionist.
You and Kelly.
Extreme expose.
Not necessarily public, but like, outside. Not like, with just like in like a parking lot, but outside when you got the cool breeze, it's blowing on your junk. It's a nice feeling.
Did you ever like pee on a squirrel or anything while you were doing that? Or?
No, one time though I went out and I went out to urinate on the deck, and I turned around, this true story, and there was a coyote there, and he just was staring at me. I had my unit in my hand, Incher, and boom, there was just eye to eye, two wild beasts in nature together. He was looking at me, I was looking at him. It was just two warriors out in the night air.
And he blinked first.
Sounds like it was just a guy outside pissing.
No, it was a coyote. It was a coyote. He was literally like 5 feet from me. I turned around. I walked down the deck, turned around. I mean, you don't know what I'm talking about because you've not seen my deck. But I walked down the deck, turned around, boom, coyote standing right there looking at me. I just stood there because I didn't know what I was. I was frightened, but I was just like, well, there's a coyote. And I've got, my, I'm out here exposed, about ready to do my stuff. And we just looked at each other. Then it seemed like about like a minute. It's probably about, 2 seconds. And then I just turned around and went back in the house.
I see.
But I felt connected to him. It was like we're warriors in the night. At this moment, I'm not. It's not like a man and an animal. It's two of God's creatures.
Mm-hmm.
In the wild,
urinating.
Exactly.
Or you peeing because you just had a hazelnut latte.
I don't drink lattes anymore. I did back then, but now I just drink black coffee. I don't drink any cream or any type of sweetener in my tea or coffee.
Is it an apple teeny or something?
Does that make me very manly to you, Incher?
Sure.
You probably wouldn't be able to handle black coffee.
It's pretty harsh.
Yeah, I don't want coffee.
Well, you drinking your little cream sodas and like
I don't need that shit
to
escape reality. Rumpelstiltskin root beer.
The fuck you escaping reality with coffee? Coffee doesn't alter your mind. It's not like it's LSD or something.
You're like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm
drinking some ketamine here.
My coffee. I need my coffee to keep me going.
I think I read somewhere online that if you drank enough of it, you could get hallucinations.
Coffee?
Just because of the caffeine.
See, that's what you're going for, you hippie.
If you go over a certain amount.
Ketamine was my favorite painkiller because I've hallucinated a few times in my life, but on ketamine, like,
are you the same guy who used to tell me I've never been drunk before, and now you're telling me I've hallucinated a few times in my life?
I have.
What happened to you?
Lots of things over it's an interesting life. It honestly feels like multiple lives over the last 10 or 15 years. But the point is, I've hallucinated several times in my life. Ketamine was the best. I could see why people, do the Special K is like the street name for it, because not only are you hallucinating, but you're aware of it. So you can it's almost like a lucid dream, but so you're tripping on ketamine, but you are, so you have the state of mind to just go with it. And it really was a very great experience, I have to say. But I don't recommend it. I'm not saying people should start, tripping balls.
That's a street drug, though?
Special K.
Yeah. Wow.
I was taking it because I had surgery, but I wasn't just like buying it from Tazo in the alley or something. But yeah, I could see why people would
be like, "We got some Special K for you, buddy." Like he just hands you the prescription.
Give me the name, the actual name, ketamine.
The actual name. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the nurse did call it Special K. Apparently, because I tried to apologize because I was trying to rip out of my stuff. And I was aware of it, but not totally. It was almost like you're dreaming, but you knew it was happening. And then after, when I started to come to my senses, I apologized, and she was just like, "Oh, you were tripping on Special K. Don't worry about whatever you were doing." Okay.
Do you remember what you saw at the time?
Not really. One other time when I was hallucinating, I remember I thought I had a triangle village on my head, and that was not a good experience because I was I was afraid. Yeah, I was afraid that this triangle village on my head was going to burn, and all the villagers were going to die. And I remember Annabelle was just laughing her head off, thinking this was hilarious. But I was seriously concerned about a triangle village on my forehead.
Did you see it on your head, through a mirror?
Yeah. It was like an actual village with villagers of people in a triangle that was on my forehead. So in my mind, it was they were full-size people in a village, but at the same time, it was just this triangle on my forehead. And I was seriously I was upset that it was on, because I had a high fever. I think that's why. I don't know, but I'm just saying that I thought it was on fire and they're all going to burn to death, and I needed to save them. It was really freaking me out.
Was there a mayor of this triangle on your forehead?
No, it was just people. It was just people.
There wasn't anybody that
I didn't
stood
get
out
them by name.
No, there was no ambassador that was speaking for everybody on the triangle on your forehead.
No,
nobody. Shoot. Maybe that was Eugene Demon Face.
Could be. Maybe that's where he originated. Is that where all my ideas come from?
The triangle on your forehead, brother. Think about it.
Uh-huh.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Jack, did you ever do any mushrooms?
No.
No?
No. My friend Michael, St. Michael, was big on the mushrooms.
Yeah.
The greasy strangler.
I know some people are using them now for depression and anxiety.
They're trying to
microdosing.
They're trying to decriminalize mushrooms in a lot of states.
Yeah, I think they've only done it so far in Colorado.
See, the only thing with that, I'm not advocating any of this, Insure, so don't get the wrong idea. But the problem is I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of videos and interviews and, some movie work when the plague's not going on. So to be productive, you can't be like tripping on, you can't be sitting around hallucinating because then you can't get any work done.
Why are you telling me this? It's like I don't know? Or are you just telling me just matter of factly just so everybody else out there knows?
By telling you, I'm telling the world is what I'm saying.
Okay, but...
I don't know, maybe if you want to start doing something, because I know you're doing a lot of that root beer, and you might think, well, this root beer is fine. I'm sure, these mushrooms will be all right. But I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to do these videos where you're eating, microwaved, chicken nuggets if you're all hyped up on stuff.
I don't imagine it would be good, but you could probably come to the end of all of my videos if you just go. It probably wouldn't be good, but that's not the only series that I do. I have a few things. Matter of fact,
make things easy. He's right there with you.
Yeah,
maybe I'll compare hallucinations. Would that be a good video series?
Yeah, that would be good.
LSD and ketamine.
I do have a box of the Good Humor WWE ice cream bars that I do plan on filming and eating. Not the whole. I don't eat the whole box, but just one of the sandwiches and review that. Mm-hmm. That's coming up
from the 80s.
No, not from the
80s.
I've often wondered if people collect food, because I don't eat that stuff anymore. Nothing against it, but I remember a Hot Pocket, they would be limited edition, the limited edition Hot Pocket. And it always made me wonder, okay, normally something's limited edition, like a comic book or action figure, you'd buy it and keep it in the package. But a food, a Hot Pocket, I always wondered, are there people that collect them? Oh man, I got to get this limited edition chicken Parmesan Hot Pocket because they're only going to sell it, in this month. And then I might eat some, but I'm going to keep one sealed in the package. So I'm just wondering if there's someone out there who has a freezer filled with limited edition, frozen processed foods.
I know I've seen the Batman cereal up on a collector's
That's true. I've seen people collect cereal. Yeah. Hot
cereals
Pockets.
And I know the Nintendo cereal with the Zelda and Super Mario. I've seen people have that. So, but Hot Pockets now.
I see some games over there already.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Got the Duo R up there, the Japanese, got Starlink. Yeah, got some games over there.
What video games you got up there, boy? You got any good ones I can play over here?
Oh.
Got any of that there Duck Hunt?
I do have a Duck Hunt. Yes, play some Duck Hunt.
All right,
Duck Hunt's a good game.
It's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites.
Make some more tout videos like that.
Tout it all out. These are the touts we can tout about. So tout on.
Is it even a thing anymore?
You, tout on.
I don't think it is.
What?
Yeah, I'm sure it's dead now.
Crushing my dreams. Maybe we can buy it and restart it as the official social media of In Your Head. Tout.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty awesome. You think he'll ever bring it back like he brought back the XFL?
I think he's done bringing stuff back. I think the only thing he wants to bring back now is his health.
Oh, I feel bad. I kind of want Vince to live forever.
You want him to live forever?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll make this product suck forever.
I mean,
I can't imagine a world without Vince McMahon.
Yeah, it would be kind of strange.
Yeah.
But you'd get good wrestling?
In theory, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it could go the other way where you wouldn't get any wrestling at all. But I think it would still be around. There's a big market for it. Supply and demand. It'll be around.
What if he died and left the whole? What if he left the whole company to like Johnny Ace?
To Johnny Ace?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
we'll get a lot of models out of magazines, models, and just guys that
Big
are 6'4".
Yeah.
The Bellas would probably be like the biggest stars ever because he would put them on top since he's married to their moms.
Those freaking gold diggers.
Intra's probably really into them now because they're pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't know they were pregnant.
Intra likes the pregnant ladies.
I never really said that's like something I'm all into.
Yes, you have.
It's not like something that's like I don't know. It's not anything that I'm like looking for.
You've mentioned
it's
it.
It's not like I'm going to like
preggers.com
pregnant women or something. Good Lord.
What would be a good pickup line for a pregnant lady?
I have a good job. I don't know.
So a beach ball in your stomach, you just blow to see.
Yeah.
Is that what the spaghetti sauce is named after? Prego?
No, I wouldn't say it's. No, I don't think that's what it's named after.
You never know.
Intra's always rewriting history.
Is that how old again?
I will not confirm or deny that.
Yes, it's old again.
What's he doing?
What do you think of this shirt, Intra?
It's freshly squeezed. That's nice.
I had this same shirt when I was on the pay-per-view, Intra. The PPV. And these same sunglasses.
Did you think he acknowledged you any? You think he seen you with the whole
I was
outfit?
right in the front row. Right in the corner when he's coming out. And he showed me on the TV. Just like your boy ZZ. I know a really good song about him, but I don't know. Even though it's really letting Jamie Forsythe down. I think he's really beat up about it. But in fairness to the Intra, in total respect to my brother, my audio soulmate, the Inchman, I will not sing it. All right, let's get to these questions. What do you think?
Sure.
Ready? All right. Let's see if I can find them. Am I really lit up with the phone on?
Pretty lit up, yeah.
All right, let's put it over here. All right, whoa, what the hell are you doing? All right, here we go, Intra.
Yes, sir.
Everyone else is feel free to answer these as well. Steven, Carol, Jamie. Jerry Vitetta wants to know, will David Goulash ever win a singles title? I like that his name has just become Goulash now, too, to the Headyverse.
Yeah. It's catchy.
It is catchy. I like it. Trevor Goulash.
David Goulash. I think eventually he could win a title.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Apollo Crews is a champion. Why not?
Why would they bring him back? To just not let him win a title.
Didn't he already have a title? Wasn't he like the cruiserweight champ?
I'm not sure.
I have no idea. I never watched that show in my life.
He probably did, yeah. Because he did have a push like a couple of months ago, or not months, but like a year or so ago. Like that, he was like being somewhat used when he was doing all that PowerPoint presentation stuff and all that.
Yep. I mean, I probably will. What does it mean, though, now? Who cares if someone has a belt? Does it really mean anything?
No. I guess not. I don't know.
Might win the
supposed to bring his brother in, eh?
He has a brother?
A while ago? Yeah, Rory Gulak.
Who?
They were supposed to be signing Rory.
Is he one of the Highlanders?
No, it's Rory Gulak. He's like the Dory Funk to Drew's Terry.
Wow, man, is that an insult to the
first I've
Funks?
learned of this person.
I know. Well, he's kind of balding, so he's got that Dory Funk look.
You sure he's not like the Jimmy Jack Funk of the goulash?
Oh, maybe.
Gonna bring in a fake goulash to get the big rub. I feel bad. Like I rip on this guy. He's probably good. I don't know. Dobbs Dean Maya. Ever rip your T-shirt off like Hulk Hogan? It's a great feeling. I'm not. Never. I don't. I've got cool shirts. I don't want to rip it. If someone sends me an ugly shirt, I'll rip it off for you.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I don't believe I've ever done that.
I think Carol. Come on, I can see you doing that.
No, me neither. I don't do it.
Yeah, T-shirts.
I got too many crashing down and it hurts inside.
I got too many collectibles.
Let's do it, Steven.
No, I spent too much money on this shirt. I'm keeping it.
Right. Incher, come on, rip that shirt off. Let's see those pythons.
No, I like it. I like it.
Come on, Incher, let's see those pythons.
There you go, buddy.
Man.
Yeah, pump it up. Yeah, pump up the steroids.
He's on the H.
Oh, do it. Yeah. How much you pressing?
I use like a weight machine that's stacked, and it says it's like
800 pounds.
Like I never really maxed out or nothing, but it's like it says it's 150, but I don't think it's that. Like I use that for like 12 reps for 4 sets, but it's probably more like maybe 120 probably. It's heavy though. Yeah,
I'm benching about 350.
What?
Well, that's great.
Vic Schiavone wants to know, after listening to FTR's interview on Cornette's podcast, is there any more doubt that Vince has lost his mind? Was a good
Vince
interview.
Looks terrible.
I agree, yeah. That was a good interview.
I haven't heard the interview, so I don't know what all the claims he made. Was there anything, or the teams made?
Well, there's like these goofy gimmick, these goofy like clothes they wanted to wear, and I'll be honest, I do think they were working in the interview with Cornette when they were like
talking, like half shoot, half kayfabe.
Yeah, which I don't mind so much, but I'm kind of back and forth if Cornette was also doing that with them, or he was just really buying into all of it, because like they were saying stuff that I know Cornette would be like, all crazy about, how like they might shoot with like the Young Bucks in the ring, and I'm thinking they're not going to sign with AEW and just start beating these guys up in the ring. I mean, I like that it adds to it keeps kayfabe in a sort of realistic way, for the modern day, so that's cool. But like, there's no part of me thinks that these guys really hate the Young Bucks and they're gonna like do battle. They're gonna actually just start shooting on them in the ring.
Yeah.
But what makes them like these legit badasses? Like, I'm not saying they're wimps or anything, but do I think like the Revival or like these modern day just ass kickers? Nah. What have they ever done to be like
and
these
seeing
really
that they're like
ass beaters?
And seeing like that they're like presidents of the company, I don't think that would
Exactly.
do them very well. You
No.
know, just let's beat up the presidents of this company.
Right.
There's 5 presidents of this company. Let's beat up a quarter of them.
I think they should sign the ding dongs myself.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to be at. They actually were going to be at the all. What do they call like their not all in their like convention thing? The ding dongs were going to be at this last one.
What?
Yeah, seriously, but you know they couldn't do it because of the pandemic. But they had announced them.
Oh, they probably couldn't find their bells.
No, they just couldn't do the show because of the pandemic. But they had announced them to be there. That would have been awesome. I would have actually. I think that would have been cool to get a picture with the ding dongs. Andrew, you got some pictures with ding dongs.
No, don't know what you're talking about, Jack.
You know the hostess cakes there.
Mm-hmm. They're tasty, yeah.
Oh, they were.
I heard you really like the taste of ding dong. Jason Mitten, out of all the releases to bring back, Drake Maverick. I don't mind Drake Maverick. He's fine. I don't really know anything.
He cried. You cry, you get your job back. There you go.
They felt bad for him. That's fine.
Yeah, they had like a whole tournament, and he got to the end, and he actually lost, and then he was crying, leaving, and Triple H came out, and he gave him a big hug, and then he gave him a contract. It's a happy ending to that story, unlike a lot of the massage parlors.
What was that tournament for?
For the NXT, what was it? The cruiserweight belt, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Have you ever tried to get a happy ending? Have you ever asked for a happy ending at a massage parlor?
What?
You're the one who just brought it up.
And you're the one who can't resist asking questions about stuff like that. But no, I've never even been to a massage parlor.
There's these 2 people told me they actually did try to get one and they were turned down.
Really?
Yeah. Was it Lexar? Did he say it on the show?
Probably. I don't know. He said a lot of things on the show.
He's probably trying to Lexar some fortune cookies or something.
I don't remember who it was. Shit, I can't. No, honestly, it was two people told me a similar story about they tried to. Shit, I can't remember who it was. One of them, I know who one of them is, but I don't want to say it on the show. There's somebody else I probably would just say it, but I can't remember who it was. Like they apologized because they thought they were going to call the cops. God damn. I think it was somebody on my Facebook page. Shit, I wish I could remember. Tyler Stevens, what guests will you have in season 5? Wow.
We'll have to wait and see. You know, it's just around the corner, I imagine.
George South.
Yeah.
We might use up all 24 hours if we get George on here on the video.
I've seen him at Big Time Wrestling.
Oh, really? I'm a big fan of the George. Yeah. George South's a good man.
Yeah,
That's who it was. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We'll get right to Robbie Scar, but go on.
He was there last time I was there. He's been there ever since I've been going to Big Time Wrestling. And that lady, there's a lady that works with him that helps him sell his merchandise that he has for sale. And I can't remember her name. I've got her on Facebook page. I can't remember if I did or not. I probably did. But I know he's got bunches of stuff.
Yeah, and he collects stuff himself. I remember at the Fan Fest, he used to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Anything from
he's a nice person.
Yeah, I got stuff from the Fan Fest. Got the DVDs that they sold. And I got some stuff. The In Your Head patch. Yeah, I got that. I got the shirts.
You know what says that?
Signed shirts up there in my closet.
George South has one of these.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good man, the George South. None of my shirts fit me anymore, though. Too big. So I'm fine.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever interview Mike Jackson?
We did. I think we did a short one at the thing, but we exchanged information because I wanted to get him on the podcast, but it never came to fruition, unfortunately. I don't know how to get in touch with him. I think he'd probably do the show.
Mm-hmm.
Real or fiction from Martin? Oh, by the way, it was Robbie Scar, who he told this big story on Facebook that he gave in to temptation and he was like real horny, and he was gonna offer just these like college girls in his town money to have sex with him, and then he ended up going to a massage parlor and asked the woman to give him a happy ending, and then he thought she was gonna call the cops on him. So he kept like apologizing and giving her money. That's not alleged. He's the one who told the story. I'm sure he's cool with me saying it here on the show. But yeah, it was weird. Marty Van Buuren, real or fictional? Name one male wrestler who could beat the fuck out of combined forces of Jack and Incher. I don't know if there's any man walking this earth, dead or alive, that could take both of us.
Well, you'll have to have a tag team for that one.
Yeah. That's right.
Maybe Ken Shamrock and the Beast Dan Severn together.
Maybe.
Marty Van
Gene and Ole.
Gene and Ole, yeah, it's a good one.
Right.
They know how to cut off the ring. Very important in a fist fight. Will Incher retire to Mexico to become El Jefe Baby, living and breathing Viva la Raza?
Nah, don't look at retiring to Mexico.
Get off the grid.
Get off the grid.
Yeah, you and Jesse. You can see you and Jesse hanging out
in
Mexico.
You think so?
Yeah. You don't think that would be
Never
good?
Been out. Yeah, we make a good.
I've never been to Mexico.
Yeah, never have.
Been to Canada and England.
Never been out of the country.
You think you ever will?
I don't know. Maybe one of these days.
Love it or leave it, bitch.
If they start opening up borders again.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you want to go? Egypt.
All kinds of places.
North
Probably,
Korea.
Mexico would be one of them. Italy be neat. United Kingdom be cool.
Saudi Arabia.
We've been there to talk to the prince, right?
That's true.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we snuck out.
Jeez, yeah. So
we smuggled you out of the country like they used
said.
When they used to smuggle the guy in A-Team out of the psychiatric ward.
We did the headies from there. So, yeah, just forget everything that I just said. I forgot.
Marty Van Buuren, with the benefits of life-changing health and lifestyle improvements, will Jack's seemingly positive transformation actually unleash Lost Jones or Anti-Jack, the remnant coagulated mass entity of Jack's discarded former self and body mass? Will Anti-Jack manifest itself and shake the Headyverse infinitely into crisis?
Could you repeat the question?
All right. Sure. With the benefits of life-changing health and lifestyle improvements, will Jack's seemingly positive transformation actually unleash Lost Jones or Anti-Jack? The remnant coagulated mass entity of Jack's discarded former self and body, will Anti-Jack manifest itself and shake the Headyverse infinitely into crisis? So everything negative about me, Incher, that's been lost. So now it's all left is positivity that you see in front of you. And all the negative mass that's gone. Will this manifest itself into an entity? Will it transform into a physical being that is the anti-Jack? It's like the Antichrist. And will the anti-Jack come about and destroy the Headyverse?
Yeah, I'm going to say no to that.
Really? It's going out on the limb there.
Yeah. No, it's not happening.
Good.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
You want to make a bet that this happens?
Sure. What do you want to bet?
Hang on just 1 second. I'm looking for something.
He's looking for the anti.
Pause the show. Pause the show.
Marty Van Buuren. Why have critically acclaimed cult classics like Cooking with Jack or Drinking with Jack been abandoned? Well, I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. I have been asked several times to bring back Cooking with Jack, but just do it with healthier things. But I don't know if people really want to watch someone cook like healthy stuff. Like I think the appeal of the show was to make like bacon fajita. Fajitas made with shells of bacon. That's like the most viewed one. I don't know.
Like stuff that people was going to make people's mouths water or something, like a cake or something,
right?
Or
my penis.
What?
In 2016, I went to the very last Fan Fest,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought two of these. I bought two of these, and it was the last Fan Fest that they had, that Greg Price had, and so ever since I've been seeing these, my right hand has been just holding up 4 fingers, and I've seen this all day long.
That's the symbol of excellence, Insure.
That's it.
Looks like a hand to me.
Booyah! Booyah! Ha! A horseman, Insure.
4 horsemen. There you go.
It. I bought a red one and a blue one.
Yeah.
We got the 4 horsemen right here. We got Jamie Forsythe. He's in the J.J. Dillon position.
This one
in the closet.
Boom! This is my symbol of excellence. This is Insure's symbol of excellence.
What's your original name that we started the show with?
The King.
I know you got Neil Jones on there now, but what was your real name?
The Man.
No, it wasn't the Man. Poser.
You probably won't never find this one anywhere.
Oh yeah, I seen that down at the thrift shop. Yeah, I seen.
They made a lot of money off that logo.
I had that one made.
Really?
Oh, really?
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. Man, and the podcast version of this segment's gonna be great.
Going for some more stuff.
All right. We'll get to another question while he's getting up the laundry.
Well, it's getting a bit late, folks, so I'm going to say goodnight.
Good night, Steven Tyler. It's good to see you.
Toronto Stevie.
Yes.
Take it easy, my man.
My Canadian brother.
Love it an elevator. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
See you, man.
Marty Van Buuren also wants to know, which wrestler's milkshake actually brings all the boys to the yard?
I guess it was Melina at one time. That's my answer to that. Seemed like there was a lot going on there.
Was she lactating or something?
No.
What else you got there, Carol?
I had this one made because I was going to, I bought the shirt, but I had it specially made because you can't really find them hardly on WWE Shop. .com anyway. So
WW logo. There you go.
there's it.
Heck yeah.
That's it right there.
Excellent. Huh. You ever thought to wear that shirt and sneak in like the back as like security or something?
Oh, I wished.
Yeah.
I wished.
Times.
And I've done it with the
conniving.
I've done that. I've definitely done that with the WCW Nitro shirts that had the crew.
Really?
Crew shirt.
Stuck into the back?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. What'd you do once you're in the back?
Just walked around. That's about it.
Cool.
Pretty sweet.
Did you see like Wrath or
Wrath of Khan?
Gosh, back then you would see Ric Flair, and I saw Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah,
and then somebody else I've seen too, Bobby Heenan.
Did Macho Man bust out a rap on you or anything?
No, believe it or not, when I saw him, he had a broke foot.
Oh
man, did you kick him?
I don't know how it happened, but I can't remember how it happened.
Oh, that's when he was hobbling around on crutches, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you give him a hand?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Try to put him in like the spinning toe hold.
Yeah, I gave him a hand.
Do you have the network, Carol?
Yes.
Did you watch that little Sting unreleased thing they put on?
I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah. Just like 20 minutes long or something. But it was like backstage footage before pay-per-view when he was going to wrestle Bubba.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
Yeah. Boss man, Bubba. It was
I
cool.
can't believe how it's all changed. It's
Man, are you depressed?
Not really, but it's kind of weird that WWE has changed so much, and Vince McMahon has changed the whole company. But now I like AEW.
I like it too, Carol. You're right with us.
I like that. I like that AEW, and from what I've been hearing, they've from WWE, they've let some of the wrestlers go. I don't know how many they let go, and then most of them went to AEW. You know, but I don't know. I know Chris Jericho's been there. Dean Ambrose has been there. You know. But I don't know who else is going to show up, you know.
This is
the other guys.
From the chat, Kevin Bryan, the other chat, Bound for Glory.
Oh, yes.
He also wants to know, how many belts does Carol have?
Oh, dear goodness. Probably maybe 16 belts.
Oh, damn.
I think.
It's a lot of belts.
I've lost count, but I think I've probably got 16 belts so far.
Raider Dre also says, can we get a Bound for Glory ending? We'll see if it allows it.
Still got the Nitro sign.
Nitro. That's pretty cool, Carol.
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah, Carol. Yeah! Yeah!
I've got the last Nitro shirt when they had it in Panama City.
Sometime I'll come down and we'll put it on the front of my car and just drive around the neighborhood.
Yeah! Walking out of here.
We'll blast the Nitro song too. It's just like
oh yes.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Carol, you ever get into fisticuffs with anybody? You ever fight?
No, not really.
Good.
Not really.
John Barker wants to know favorite moments of season 3 and 4 of In Your Head. I think having the season finale on the season premiere was pretty fucking righteous.
Pretty sweet. Yeah.
How many seasons of In Your Head do you guys have planned out? I think we just ride it till it's beaten into the ground and dead.
I think
So
Carol said it
probably
best
should have ended a
when
while
he
ago.
says,
Uh-huh.
"Ain't no telling."
There ain't no telling.
Ain't no telling.
Which season of In Your Head jumped the shark? I think probably season 1.
Yeah.
Probably about 10, 15 episodes in, probably. Which was the best and the worst season? It's hard to beat the inaugural season, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, plus it was like 14 years too. What were you saying, Carol?
I think the best season was when Jackie done his interview.
Oh yeah, it was a hell of an interview. I thought you meant me, but yeah, Jackie Crockett.
Yeah.
Was good.
Yeah.
And the worst season.
I was really surprised to have him on there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I think 2009 was a good season.
There you go. Man, I have no idea what happened.
Well, the first episode I listened to was you guys interviewing Lita.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was that long ago? Jesus.
And you guys mentioned something about a tall bear flashlight to her.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Man,
we've done a lot here, Incher.
Mm-hmm.
We rode up and down the podcast hit waves.
You remember when Jackie was telling that story about Ric Flair one time, and he said
yesterday.
Yeah, he said Ric Flair was on the mat or something, and he said he had a little brown spot in his wrestling pants. And every time he got up, he had like another big old spot, and then he would
the
just
old poo-poo.
That's it. I remember Jackie saying all that.
Whoops. Happens.
It's a good thing we don't have a camera on our backsides here, Incher.
Yeah, it'd be bad times.
Hey, this is what y'all should have done.
Ask Mitten. There was no brown spots on my boxers when I was at breakfast.
Explosions better than the likes you're going to see at SpaceX. Just
Have you ever had a happy little accident during the show, Incher?
I think his name's Jackie Jones.
What?
Nah, look at him. He's done. He's taken back. He doesn't know what to do.
Can you tell I couldn't come up with a wrestling question? I think that's all wrestling related. It's about In Your Head. Interest kidnapped by Nia Jax and JR and is tied up ass to a bed. In struts in Michael Hayes, nude with the biggest dildo ever seen, about to tear apart the Inchman's pooper. But before anything can happen, Jackie motherfucking Jones breaks in through the window, and right in front of Incher, for some reason, is a table with a fully loaded pistol and a camera with a laptop connected to the internet. You can only choose one. Which will Jack choose? So will I shoot Michael Hayes or will I videotape this for the internet?
Oh, so this is your question.
Right. So, Incher, you're about to be molested by Michael Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
And I can either shoot Michael Hayes with the gun or I can videotape it.
Yeah.
Now, Incher, hear me out. I don't believe in murder, and he hasn't done anything to warrant, death yet. So if I recorded it, we would have evidence against him, so he could stand trial in the court of law and he would feel justice for what he was about to do to you.
Doesn't it make you though like kind of like a co-conspirator? Just
no, I'm like, I'm getting this on tape, so oh man, you're gonna go to court now, buddy.
Mm.
You're like, oh man, call the cops or shoot him. I'm like, oh, I'm getting this for your lawyer. This will hold up in the court of law, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I can't. According to the question, I can't call the police. Plus, they might be defunded by then. I'd save you, sure. I'm not going to let you get molested.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, shoot Michael Hayes. Appreciate it.
Is that what you would say after like you were bound up and about to get like raped? And I like saved the day. He was like, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
How many websites will Jack upload the video to? Well, I got to get the hits for us. Just our own. Jonathan Jackson wants to know, can In Your Head go topless tonight?
Topless.
I think you're going to save that.
You have to go to Hooters.
There you go. We're going to save that for the Patreon. Only fans. Steven Tyler wants to know, do you think season 3 of In Your Head will be superior to season 3 of the Wonder Woman and Charlie's Angels TV shows of the 1970s?
Yes, that's easy. Yes, of course it will be.
Owl, how Bush League was it for Impact to run an ad for Slammiversary featuring recently released WWE talent, including Drake Maverick, when they don't actually have a deal with any of them?
It's pretty bad, but oh well.
That is pretty. Why? What would be the thought process?
Well, I don't know why they would do that. Yeah. Beats me. I guess they just figured he's coming back. Maybe he had a verbal deal with him or something. I don't know.
Did you guys watch the NXT show?
Yeah, we talked about it in the show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of it, Jamie?
I didn't watch it.
Oh. Owl,
I just heard the results.
Yeah, it was good. The wrestling was good. Owl, are you disgusted that Becky Lynch wants to bring a baby into this world? And do you hope she comes to her senses and gets an abortion?
Jeez.
The reason he asked this is one of our listeners was advocating that she gets an abortion, and like he wasn't joking, he was like serious about it. It was very bizarre.
Nah, she should bring the baby into the world. That's what she wants to do. Do it.
Dobbs Dean Maya, what's Incher doing in preparation for the race war?
Why are they asking me stuff like this?
Yeah,
weird.
Maybe you never know what you're gonna.
You never know what you're gonna be asked for.
That's the most fruitful thing on the show. What?
Anything could happen.
I think Incher's been preparing for it for his life here. He's just got all the knives and guns, and he's got like
I got
landmines.
I got the Duke of New York on my shirt tonight. So where's these questions coming from? Isaac Hayes, the Duke of New York. You're the Duke.
Do you think Nick Hogan goes to the office with his where his girlfriend works? He dates porn star Tana Lay.
Don't know.
Oh, sure.
I wasn't aware of any of this. Beats me.
I don't get it. All right. Now I want you to take a deep breath. Breathe out. Loosen up. You need a drink? Stretch a little bit.
Good. Like,
all right.
Well, is it Nikhil? We got a million questions for us.
It's good. It's good. 10.
Oh my God.
10 from Nikhil. All right. How you feeling after hearing Jinder Mahal has hurt his knee again?
No, it's a shame for him.
Yeah.
I kind of like Jinder.
Yeah, they haven't done anything with him in years after they gave him this giant push, which I don't think he's ready for. Then I honestly think he started to improve, and then they just stopped his push and made him into a goof.
Yeah, that's when they get rid of him, when they start improving.
Oh, there's a list here of her videos. I'm sorry. Nick Hogan's girlfriend. So these are some of her movies. Lex's Breast Fest 8. My husband brought home his mistress 11. Please Make Me Lesbian 16. 1,000 Facials. Raw 35. Sex and Submission. Whorecraft. Sex Nymphos Quest. Sorry. For Cock God Volume 6. MILF Private Fantasies 5. Lesbian Analingus 14. Quite the credits. You have any of those?
No. Never heard of them.
Do you think one day we will see Adam Cole reunited with his friends in AEW? That is the rumor, is that he's going to go to AEW and his contract runs up. Makes sense. I mean, his significant other is in the company.
Although he is the champion of NXT, so... I liked the Velveteen Dream being dressed up as Negan. I thought that was pretty cool. He had a Negan outfit on.
Dream. Yeah, I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on Conrad, the mortgage guy, hating MJF because he called him fat at the AEW press conference? Now, if he's really mad, that's stupid because that is obviously his shtick, is to be mean to people. So I don't know anything about this. I don't know if he was joking around that he's mad. I don't know. But if you're seriously bad, that's pretty lame. Thoughts on Elias being injured for months? I haven't watched the show for a while, but I'm a fan of Elias, and I think he's a guy they really missed the boat on.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's a storyline. He was ran over by Sheamus in a car pretending to be Jeff Hardy. But
okay.
Real life, I'm not sure. Guess he just hurt something, so he's out.
Any memories of Nexus? It's the 10-year anniversary since the debut of Nexus.
Yes, they interrupted a segment and beat up John Cena. That's one memory of Nexus. They had armbands.
I think their debut was excellent. That was one of the hottest things in wrestling at the time.
There's a best of Nexus on the network right now, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is it, like the debut and then it just ends?
That's it.
Just
why?
They show where Cena got DDT'd on the concrete and then didn't sell it. Maybe that's.
He apparently tore his pec, is what they're saying. Elias. Probably from steroids. Usually that's what happens.
Is he going to have like he's going to have like the Kofi Kingston chest or something whenever he comes back?
Yeah, I don't know.
I heard somebody tore their pec last night. Oh, it was Sylvester Stallone. He tore his pec. And really? He had they did repair it. He had some sort of like a steel.
Yeah, well, I think they could have repaired Scott Steiner's, but it cost a lot of money. He just never did it.
Oh, yeah, So Sylvester Stallone, he has like some sort of wire or something like coming across to connect it. So, yeah, there is a fix for it. Heard that on YouTube last night.
What'd y'all think about WrestleMania this year?
It sucked.
Yeah. It was not good. I saw at Walmart they just come out with the DVD of it, and I'm like, that was so bad.
Yeah, who wants to buy that shit?
Oh God, a DVD. I guess if you like a collector, and like you want a full collection. Yeah, but geez,
they haven't even had. They haven't even had
for the Blu-ray. I will only buy the Blu-ray.
They haven't even had the Hall of Fame yet.
No, they canceled it.
Mm-hmm.
That was just sorry. That was just
sorry about your
Yeah,
damn
it
luck,
was.
Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember who was supposed to go in.
I don't remember either.
Was it Batista?
Yeah, I think it was. I think that was Batista that was supposed to be in it, and somebody else too.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh, the Bellas.
Oh man,
Yeah,
we're missing out.
yeah, the Bellas.
What a shame.
Why?
Stuff.
Why are the WWE the only wrestling company to cut talent, even though they are expected to hit record revenues this year? Because they're assholes.
And they're refusing to give away a house.
This is very true.
What the hell's up with that? Give away a house. Make
they
it like old times.
They can afford it.
Yeah, they can give away a house.
Could have, if they want to have fun with it, they could give away like a dollhouse.
That's true. Yeah.
Well,
That's
they
what we
make
should
those
have
little
done.
tiny houses now.
Yeah, we should have done that. Like, bought like a little miniature house at the dollar store and give it away on the show. That'd been pretty sweet. Would you like to see Vicky Guerrero as a manager in AEW? Actually, yeah, I've got a kick out of seeing her in AEW. It seems like she really is having a fun time, and I assume they treat her with respect.
Been good.
Do you think the Christopher Nolan Batman series will ever be topped? I mean, who knows? Maybe, but not by the current ones. That Batman versus
I
Superman
thought the first one was kind of weak. Yeah.
Better than Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, it was better than that, but like, I always thought the first one was kind of weak.
I wasn't a real big fan of either, but the other two I loved.
Yeah.
But I mean, and they're
the
like,
other two were great.
they're masterpieces compared to any of these current DC movies.
Did you watch Justice
Except for Joker. I really like Joker.
Yeah.
Justice League? No, I hated that movie. I haven't watched the new cut. I know that they're talking. It's like a 4-hour cut. I'm like, who the hell wants to see that?
The Zack Snyder version. Yeah.
What was worth more, the TNA Knockouts tag team belts or the WWE Women's tag team belts? Which would you rather have, Carol? Would you rather have a replica of the TNA Knockout tag team belts or the WWE Women's tag team belts?
I don't know. That's a hard question. I mean, they're both nice belts.
Mm-hmm.
I still got my I still have 2 TNA World Title belts. I've got the very first one, and then I got the second version of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a good question. I think both of them would be pretty cool to have.
What do you think, Intro? Which one's more prestigious? Where
I would
if you were
go
down
with the
at the
WWE
flea
one.
market, really?
Yeah, because it's like, it's a WWE belt, you know. Who knows if Impact's going to be around.
WWE.
Although we've been saying that for a long time now. So. But more people know WWE, so
yeah,
you could probably hawk that easier than an Impact belt.
Do you agree with Hannibal that the Nia Jax Kerry Sane Steel step injury is a work and Kerry actually bladed? No, he's got some out there theories. He was nice on the show with us, but usually if I watch his stuff, I think, I don't know what's up with this dude.
Hey, I'll tell you what Jackie told me one time.
What's that?
He said he was telling me, I might have been at the Fan Fest or Big Time Wrestling, I think. I can't remember which. But he said every time they would throw a person into the ropes and the way they would just throw them, sometimes their arm would come out of the socket.
Oh, that's bad times.
And
remember, I did that to Intro a couple times when I was tossing him around. I do apologize.
I don't remember that.
I mean, sometimes we block things out of our memory that are hurtful.
Yeah, I don't remember.
PTSD.
Remember you remember the blowout shoes?
Yeah, when my shoe came apart.
Maybe that could be the best memory of season 1 of In Your Head.
Maybe.
Raider Trey, talk about Batista. Did you all see the 24/7 they put out? Talk about depressing. I've not seen that, actually.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
Kevin Bryan, man, Nexus could have been something till they had Cena squash a whole group. Total waste. I agree. It was really a great debut and really helped put the group over right away. And then they just squandered it. I didn't really get it. Brandon Speck's son wants to know he'd like to be part of this future. Of course, everyone's welcome to. Just zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
And Raider Dre, Neil, do you have a merchandise idea for the Boogeyman? That's an interesting question. I don't know if I've ever thought about this.
Did you say Brandon's in the chat room?
Yes.
I haven't seen him in quite a while. Last time I saw him was at Big Time Wrestling at Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium.
Al Louisville wants to know, does Carol have the Jeff Hardy TNA belt?
Oh, God.
No, I don't have the TNA. I don't have the Jeff Hardy TNA belt, but I've got the old TNA belt and then the new version of it.
Intro, do you want to hear this Boogeyman idea, or you want me to save it for next week? Could be good to build up the show,
Tell everybody, Tell them.
Right now?
Yeah.
I think we'll wait till next week. Al Ulb. Did Linda Hogan make the right move by locking her Twitter account from the public? Who gives a fuck what Linda Hogan does?
Don't really care.
Gold digger.
Tyler Stevens wants to know, what is the update on the health of Neil and Incher? I'm doing good.
I'm alive. I'm here.
I'm doing well.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm barely surviving.
So, Boogeyman Incher.
Yeah.
Now, for years, I thought about this, and I never mentioned it because I was keeping the idea, in case I ever got a job with a wrestling company. And I'm like, we got to bring in the Boogeyman, and people will be like, well, he's a very talented wrestler, and he's got all these, he's got a lot of charisma and a huge following, but, maybe merchandise, what do we do? And I was like, I'm glad you brought that up. Because one of the things he's known for, Incher, if you remember the Boogeyman, was he would eat worms.
Uh-huh.
So he'd bring out a bag of worms, grab the worms, and eat them. Kids love people who eat worms. If there's one thing little boys love, it's worms, Incher. Remember when you were a kid and you'd have a crush on Cindy Lou and you'd go find an earthworm and you'd chase her because that's how you try to show your affection when you were a kid. Through worms.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So you can't have kids eating worms, real worms, can you, Incher?
No.
So what do? You sell gummy worms at the stadium. So the kids are like, I'm here to see my favorite wrestler, the Boogeyman. I'm going to eat worms just like he does. Now you think that's a money idea just as is. But wait a minute, Incher. They're eating the worms, trying to get on television. The Boogeyman's out there, and they're going, eating the gummy worms, just like the Boogeyman on in the ring in front of them. They're doing this, trying to get on the television.
Yeah.
The thing is, after they eat them, they don't have them anymore. So then they say, hey, Mommy, Daddy, I want them on gummy. Because they want to bring home a bag of Boogeyman gummy worms. Incher's not paying attention here. They want to bring it home so they can go to school. And they're like, hey, Bobby, hey, Phil, look what I got when I went to wrestling last night. I got Boogeyman gummy worms. They're going to be the talk of the town. All 8th grades, the whole Mrs. Jones class, in history, hey, you know what Steve had? Little Stevie's got? He's got the Boogeyman. Oh, what the fuck? Everyone's going to be ecstatic. The kid's going to be real popular. So they not only did they sell them once, they sold them twice to the same person. How often? You can't sell a shirt twice to the same person. You can sell a hat twice to the same person. You can sell Boogeyman gummy worms to the same person twice. At least, what if you do multiple segments with the Boogeyman? Might be able to sell them 3 times. First hour, he eats the gummy worms. The kids, oh, Daddy, I'm on TV. Boom, he comes out in hour 2. Boom. Got to buy him again. Then you're going home like, I got to have him for school tomorrow. Buys him a third time. Boom. Mind blown. No one has heard an idea this good in their lifetime. Gummy worms for the boogeyman. Boom. Telling you, Incher.
Good idea, brother.
I've been thinking about it for years. Not told anyone till right now.
Excellent. Glad you shared that with us.
Tyler wants to know, is there any wrestling candy merchandising that you guys could invent? Why? Well, let me bring that up. I've been thinking for years, Incher, that if the wrestler, the Boogeyman, was ever going to make a return,
oh, Jesus,
you could sell gummy worms because he comes out and he's eating the worms. So you're in the crowd. You want to eat gummy worms just like the Boogeyman, child, parent, whoever. You want to get on television. You're like, hey, look, and then it's only going to sell more as the TV goes on and it gets over to the public that people eat the gummy worms and get on the television. Then you already ate the gummy worms, so now you don't have your merchandise to bring home. Then you got to buy them again. You're selling twice the merchandise for the same wrestler to the same person. Money idea. I've been thinking about this for a while, Incher, and I think it's time I put it out there. And you're free to take it, Boogeyman or AEW or any company that decides to hire the Boogeyman.
Then he's got a potato head.
Oh, what?
What?
We need a Carol Crockett potato head. I like it. It comes with all kinds of belt attachments to put on the potato head. Some Nintendo games. We could get a potato head too.
Be good times.
I like it. I like Mr. Potato Head. Al Lube wants to know, is there any gummy? No. He wants to know, does it surprise you that EC3 is apparently big into chewing tobacco? It does. I'll be honest, it does surprise me. I would not think that EC3 would be into chewing tobacco.
Yeah, that is strange.
That's a nasty.
I would think he would be like all health oriented and not want to be like chewing tobacco. But okay, Flair, he's into it. Maybe he just wants to be like Flair.
Yeah.
Flair was chewing tobacco at the high spots.
Oh yeah, that wasn't annoying at all, was it?
No.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Jesus.
So
would you be pissed if you would have?
And this guy's chewing tobacco.
Would you be pissed if you paid him like $30,000 and he just was sitting there chewing tobacco?
I'd never seen him do that before either.
No, it's nasty. You would think, like, even if they didn't tell you that, you got to know not to do that in like a video. You didn't see him doing on WWE TV.
That's right. That's right.
What a bastard! I did this thing. I forget the name of it. It's kind of like chewing tobacco, but it's made as coffee beans. It was really good, actually, but I didn't want to pick up any new bad habits, so I only did it once.
Yeah,
I liked it. Al wants to know, Hannibal has recently had trouble with spam bots in his YouTube comment section. Has In Your Head ever had to deal with spam in their YouTube comment section? Yes. Lots of spam on YouTube and on Without Your Head and In Your Head. I don't know. Do you get them on the TV dinner videos?
No. I think he's taking a shot at me with that. I know. He's saying because I plugged my channel in the comments last week.
Oh, but no, seriously though, there's a lot of spam on YouTube. I did get it on Facebook. if I post something about a movie, like a spam bot will come and like, oh, downloads this movie for free on, some website.
Mm-hmm.
Dobbs Dean Maya, what with the world going to shit, what else can we expect this year? In your head to brighten your day.
There you go.
That's the way to go.
Maybe a giant potato head man will just come and stomp on your city or something.
Nice.
Maybe.
That'd be like the end of Ghostbusters. It's like I tried to think of like the most pleasant thing, and then it's bam, it's the potato head.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be a red or a white potato.
I'm a red potato man, but
yeah, they are pretty nice.
They are good. I like all potatoes though.
I know that. What's your favorite type of potato? A French fry? Tater tot? A baked potato? That was good. I like that intro. Marty Van Buuren, would you make a good dictator like Dr. Doom? What the fuck? I like that question. It makes me laugh. Would you make a good dictator like Dr. Doom? Yeah, I think I have what it takes to be a good dictator. What do you think, Incher?
Maybe, yeah.
Shaheen says Incher has that crazy look going on. He thinks he might lose it again. Are you about to snap?
No, I'm just a little hungry.
Oh.
I got some meat for you.
No, I don't want that. I was thinking about eating a salad.
Oh, I meant I actually have a big freezer over here. Some in my basement.
Oh, okay.
I got like some short rib and stuff in there.
Yeah, good.
Let's see here. Tony Oberstar. You have to let Lexar jerk you off, swacks that ass, or Miss Destiny blow you. Which do you choose? Obviously, Miss Destiny. That's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's pretty easy one.
Al Uhl, thoughts on Cops getting canceled? The TV show, I guess.
They canceled
the longest running reality show.
Dang.
I remember watching it a little bit, like just back in the day, like when it was on Fox. I just watched everything on Fox because I don't know why, but I don't care. I haven't watched it in probably
the only channel you had, probably. There's like only a few channels back in the days. You had 5 channels to choose from.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in like 20 years or more, probably like 30 years. I even know they were still making new ones, to be honest.
Yeah, they are.
I didn't mind that Reno 911. That was all right show.
But that was like a comedy version, wasn't
it?
Yeah.
Jason Minton, is this photo true? And it's a picture of Incher running after a black man on a bike. It says, chasing that BBC.
Jeez.
No. Somebody photoshopped something like that.
Well, it's like an 8-bit video game.
I haven't seen it.
Man. Does he work for the British Broadcasting Company?
He might.
Jason, where can I get season 2 In Your Head DVD now that you're doing a video show? Interesting,
yes.
Marty Van Buuren, fuck, marry, kill, but then it doesn't say who. There's no choices. It just says fuck, marry, kill. The idea of that game is you have to give people choices. You can't just say fuck, marry, kill.
It doesn't work like that.
It's not a fill in the blank. Shaheen. Oh, here we go. He has people. Greg the Hammer Valentine, Robert Gibson, and Flash Funk. Let's kill Robert Gibson. Nothing against the guy, but man, I don't know if I want to fuck Flash Funk. Unless you're the top. You don't want to be a bottom on that one. And Greg the Hammer Valentine. Man.
Called in at the wrong time, man.
I think we'll marry Flash Funk.
Scorpio's dick, dude. Jesus Christ.
Marry Flash Funk. I'll kill Robert Gibson, and we'll have a love-making session with Greg Hammer Valentine.
Interesting.
Sure, he's a passionate lover.
Yeah.
Takes it nice and slow. All right.
He always looked like a lesbian to me, man. He always looked like even in the 80s when he looked at him, like, this dude, was he a dude?
I like the hammer.
By the way, thanks to Ozzo, you guys are definitely not going live on Facebook next week. I can tell you that right now. Once Facebook goes to that shit, they're gonna be like, well, who the fuck are these people? What's happening here? Fucking guy. My girlfriend walked in at the time and was like, what the fuck are you listening to?
I mean, some people are mad that we didn't reply more.
I think it's hilarious. I don't care, man. I think it's hilarious.
But
that's what In Your Head is, though. That's why that was always the gimmick of the show, the craziness. Yeah. It's never been like the review of Raw. Give a fuck about Raw.
Yeah, it's like I heard what Dave Meltzer thought. Now let's hear what In Your Head thought. So what's going on? Let's have Raider Trey here. I don't think I've ever talked to Raider Trey. I mean, I've talked to him on Facebook, but I don't think you've called in. His audio might still be connecting. Oh, I think it says I have to unmute him.
It's mute.
This happened to Vic last week. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go.
Now he's on mute.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. I don't think you've ever called in, have you?
Never have once have I called into this show.
Very cool. It's good to have you here. And this is the first time we've had a video call with Shaheen. Well, no, that's not true. He's called in many times on video.
Yeah, I've been on Skype.
It's the first time it's been recorded.
Right.
Podcast.
What's up?
Raider looks very happy. It's
cool, bro.
Good to see you. What's up? So what's up, Shaheen?
Hello.
Not much, man. I was just calling in to hear about the fucking craziness. I was just, more so listening because it was buffering on Facebook. So I was mostly just calling in to listen for the rest of the show. But
all right, well that's cool.
I'll chime in for the rest of the show. Whatever the fuck crazy shit you guys talk about.
Yeah, it's probably not on too much longer here. We're getting late. But what's going on, Raider Dre?
Man, shit, chilling, man. Texas is crazy.
I haven't made too much. I actually bought a plane ticket to Texas because it was so cheap. And there's an event I want to go to. It's later in the year. And I thought, now do I wait to see if this actually happens? But if I do that, the plane ticket will not be like $60. But I could get a round trip ticket to Dallas from Boston for $60. So I was like, I'm just going to get it. Plus, it offered I not cancel it, but I can change it for up to 1 year after that. So it's like, by like October 2021, I probably could fly somewhere, and if not, I'm out $60. It's not the end of the world. So I might be going to Dallas later this year. I don't know. We'll find out.
Hey, you don't lose on that deal, so that's good.
Great. Yeah, it might be. I don't know if going to convention's a great idea, but I might be going to Texas Frightmare later this year. We'll see. Or just go there and get some barbecue.
Did you go to any of the protests? I know Annabelle
went
to some of them. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting tested tomorrow. I went a few days ago, and then I got caught in the middle of the fucking chaos. So fun time.
There's none around where I am. There's a lot of them. There's got pretty bad up in Boston, though. Yes, she was texting me, and there's a lot of she was posting videos and stuff. It was pretty crazy.
Right.
I commend him.
What about Virginia, man? What happened in Virginia, dude? I'm curious. I mean, you guys were the last ones to get COVID. What the fuck happened with the protests and riots?
Virginia.
Just nothing. Everyone's just racist. It's just like, fuck it. There's nothing.
No, I said I don't live in Virginia. I live in West Virginia.
Oh, God damn it, dude. What the fuck? I'm sorry, West Virginia.
It's the same goddamn thing.
Come on, man. this guy. Go on, man.
No, it's not. We succeeded from there. We're not Virginia.
All right.
Jeez.
You're on the western part of Virginia. I'm sorry, dude.
No, we're our own state now, Shaheen. We're our own state.
This fucking guy.
Enter, I lived there. There was no difference.
I've never really been to Virginia much. I've drove through it a couple of times. But
here we go. We have the new Baldies have formed here. People are talking about forming the new Baldies.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
shitload of bald people in here. Actually,
that's it. That's the way to go.
I'm glad Incher finally joined, man. I was hoping one day you were gonna.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
You need a beard now, though. You need some kind of facial hair.
Goatee.
Nah.
Yeah, dude. Nah.
What am I, Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Maybe.
Do I got
yeah, son, you're Stone Cold.
Me and Carol, we rock it. Just shave it all off.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the way
From
to
head
go.
to toe.
Oh, not head
No.
I don't know.
Manscaped.com.
All right. So
anyway,
so he was at any protests where you are? Is everything okay? Or
I heard there was one a week or so ago. Just peaceful protests. So yeah.
With no looting or anything burning up. I mean, Philly is pretty much just like, I don't know, man. It's just
I'm sure
completely. It's
just
fucking. I went the other day and I just like looked at it and I was like, wow, this is insane.
Yeah. Craziness. Yeah.
Everything okay
I would
where
hate
you
to
are?
see you at a protest with a look like that, man. You got them killer eyes right now, bro.
Who, me?
Where's your gun at, dude? I feel unsafe in fucking PA right now looking at you on the camera, man. God damn.
I'm
Smile
good.
a little bit, man. Fuck, you're on camera.
Scary answer.
Why are you
mad at everybody, man?
I'm not doing nothing.
It's past his bedtime. He's pissed off for no reason.
I'm a little hungry.
He's hungry. He's hangry.
Like, hey, I'm worried about you, man. How are the protests over there? He just fucking looks at you, give you killer eyes, and go fuck yourself. All right. I don't know. Burn it down, then. I don't give a shit.
I mean, we've had some protests. It's just a peaceful one from what I hear, but I mean...
Well, you guys are better than us.
Yeah.
That's
don't
good.
know. I don't know.
How are you doing, Peter? Everything good where you are?
Oh, it's good over here, man. We have peaceful protests. I don't know where this violence comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not around here.
Dude, unfortunately, it's Philly. It's the first looting was in Philly. I was watching it live, and the neighborhood that it happened in, it's the goddamn neighborhood that I've always called Zombieland, because it's literally like just junkie central. Like they've legalized heroin pretty much. So they have like stations where you can just go shoot up. So the first neighborhood was literally just junkies running up in dollar stores. And I guess people saw it on TV and they were like, oh shit, let me just go and do that to my fucking neighborhood now. It's a chain reaction. Then the fucking next day you got the whole country just fucking taking everything.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of friends in LA, and it's been bad there, places. And a lot of friends in New York, and it's bad different places there. But I also have a lot of friends, places that have been doing peaceful protests, and then I commend that. That's good to see.
Yeah, some dude died exploding a ATM here.
What?
Yeah, that was like a new gimmick in Philly the last few days. They were taking I guess somebody was selling dynamite in Philadelphia.
Oh my god!
People were picking up dynamite and they were exploding ATMs. And one person, I guess, had a shorter dynamite and fucking blew up. And there you go.
Hey, did you see that? Did you see that Philly shit I posted about the Cowboys, Shaheen?
Oh yeah, they looted the fucking the Rent-A Center. and the only thing they left there was the Cowboys chair. Because everyone affiliates the Cowboys.
When I used to sell a lot of football jerseys overseas, I used to sell in bulk, and they wouldn't care if there was. I would get traded players really cheap and stuff, or people retire and all that stuff, and they wouldn't care about the players. They just would want the logos, and so I would still sell Cowboys, but the one team that they wouldn't buy in all the countries were the Texans, and this was when George Bush was president. And they tell me it's because no one wanted Houston Texans because they connected it to George Bush. So all the other countries were like, no, that's the only one that no one will buy here. I was like, okay. So I would always never buy Texans jerseys.
It just baffled me because I'm like, there's a lot of homeless people in Philly, man. I mean, the homeless people passed up on the Cowboys chair.
I'm not
Fuck that chair.
I'll freeze, but I'm not having the Dallas Cowboys.
I got a couple of empty, milk cartons here and shit. I'll sit on these. Fuck that chair.
That is pretty funny, though. Man, I'd feel bad if I was a Cowboy fan.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Besides just being a Cowboy fan, I guess. So, Raider, what's go? You still watch wrestling?
No, not really, man. I keep up with you guys. I keep up with you guys, man. Between you and other podcasts, that's how I keep up with wrestling nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody.
We're not keeping up with much here because I only watch AEW. I don't know. People bring up other people and other wrestlers, even on WWE, and I'm like, I guess that's a real wrestler. I don't know.
What's going to happen with Rusev?
I don't know. That's one of the best guys that they got rid of. I would love to see him in AEW, but I think he said he's trying to get into comedy or something or acting.
He was
an
streaming
improv
on
show
Twitch
or something. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, but is that what he's just going to do? He's just going to be a guy on the Twitch?
No, I don't think so. I would say AEW's probably actively trying to sign him, or they already have. I would say,
maybe he doesn't. If you're not not even just friends, but if you have some type of personal thing with Cody or something, maybe if there's some between those guys, maybe he won't go there. I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea. But I would like to see him in AEW. He's my favorite. I think he's the best all around guy that they got rid of.
Is he a big video game guy? I sold
He's
a
bunch
Twitch.
Of consoles.
I sold a bunch of consoles to a guy in Bulgaria, and I always remember shipping a package to Bulgaria and thinking, "Gosh, that's really far away." And I just threw the junk in there. It was an Xbox, original Xbox, a PlayStation 2, and a couple of games. And I remember I just threw it all in one big box, and it was kind of just all mismatched. And the guy sent me a message and said, "Great packing." I knew he was joking because it was just a big
hell, man. Why didn't you take your time and pack it up?
Well, it was in the box. It was in the PlayStation 2 box, and the Xbox is pretty much a tank. The original one, but it had enough stuff in there with it. It was decently protected, but it wasn't like I had the proper packing supplies to just fill it with peanuts or something. That I don't have.
Hey, if that was reversed, though, if you bought something from Bulgaria or anywhere and they sent it to you, throw it in a box, you'd probably get pissed.
But it was safe because it was in the original box, the original PlayStation box. And so, you really don't have to pack it that much. You would want, I made sure it was spaced out somewhere.
So you're saying basically Rusev's going to come kick your ass someday?
Yeah, I may have sold Rusev an Xbox One, not one, but Xbox original, and a PlayStation 2 Slim that was in the box.
You think this guy got released and then COVID-19 got released on the U.S. and then just police brutality started happening. This guy just pieced out and said, "Fuck it, I'm going to Bulgaria." Just started buying video games.
Stuff. Yeah. No, this was a long time ago. This was
okay.
Yeah, this is when the PlayStation 2 and Xbox was current.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really sell a whole lot of my video game stuff. Only if I have like extras or something, I'll sell them.
Bro, do you feel that like Rusev is really mad at his situation right now? He's fucking Lana.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, he damn near got cuckold live on TV and got nothing out of it. He got released like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, he got buried and like didn't even win any match and.
Yeah, nothing.
There's no way there's no way someone who wrote that can say like that was to get anyone over or get him over in the least. And it made no sense because he was like, I think he was the most over guy for a little while when it was the Rusev Day was really hot, or at least up there as one of the most over guys. That whole group, and then they disbanded the whole group and did nothing with Aiden English and. Like, I'm not saying Aiden English could be, like, a big star, but he was at least really over when he was with Rusev. Why even split him up for? What was the point?
It's Vince, man. It's Vince.
Yeah, it's not – if it's not something his idea, he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah,
but if it's in your company, what the hell? Why wouldn't you want it to be over?
He's a jackass.
I mean, I could say about many things in WWE over the years. That's why it did make it. It makes it hard to get behind anybody in WWE because, like, you do get like, "Hey, I'm into this," and then they just end it, even if everyone's really, behind it. So after a while, it's just like it's not even any point to try to get into something. Yeah. I honestly haven't watched WWE TV since WrestleMania.
So do you feel like Edge's comeback is just bullshit? Like we're not going to see an outcome.
Well, why even bring someone like that back if you don't even have crowds? Like I know there's no like timetable when you can actually have crowds, but if you have a really big comeback like that, it sucks just to waste it when you can't even have people there. Because if nothing else, when he'd come out, it would have been this huge pop from everybody. Oh my God, Edge is back!
Yeah, it's a shame that he has to return like this with. Just a lack of like anything happening. It's just
the greatest wrestling match of all time.
Well, that's what's about to happen. The greatest wrestling match of all time.
Do you think this will
are they just like trying to troll us? I mean, because like I don't think anybody watched that last match and was like, "Oh, that was really good." Was there anybody gave positive reviews?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, some people really liked that whole show. I'm not exactly sure why, but. I'm sure there are people who
I didn't care for it.
No,
it was awful.
Will it be a whatever? What's the term now they call these matches? When a thematic match, a cinematic match.
I'm sorry, but that shit is just garbage to me. I can't do the whole cinematic thing. It was. I like the Undertaker thing, but other than that, nah, bro.
I thought the one in AEW was funny when they fought in the field. But yeah, besides that, no. Like the Money in the Bank thing, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen. Or the John Cena and Bray Wyatt. I know some people like that, but I
that was just strange.
Yeah, I agree.
That was just bizarre.
What's on your shirt? Sunset what?
It's just a Sunset Park. It's a Low Life Louie shirt.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who that is. Life Louie Ramos. He's like a deathmatch wrestler.
Oh, I know.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I know the name now. I don't know the logo.
You could have lied and said it was Sunset Beach, Hawaii on it.
Yeah, it's not like a South Park shirt. It's like a knockoff. It's his shirt. But.
Hey, Shaheen, how's the pugs doing, man?
Good, man. One of them's sleeping over there.
I saw one behind you. Yeah, it's very cute. My brother used to
one's
have
over there.
Yeah, look.
One's over there. Another one's all the way back over there.
Man.
Pugs are
Dog Central in here.
Very cute. All right. Well, anything else,
though, man?
Go on, sir.
No, I was just gonna say I was scared though. A few nights ago during the riots and stuff, there was a lot of rumors in Philly that they were gonna start hitting the suburbs, and people were gonna just start shooting like residential areas just to scare people, right? And in the middle of this, we had like the worst fucking storms we've ever had in PA, and it knocked like every goddamn tree down. So we didn't have power for 3.5 days.
No,
so just imagine like a blackout in the middle of all this shit.
Jeez.
That'd be horrible.
It was the worst time ever. I hated last week. Last week was fucking awful.
Yeah, then you don't even, they're probably delayed that getting fixed. And
right.
Yeah.
It's bad enough right now anyway, like not really much to do. Then you don't have the internet or can't watch TV. And so it's all around bad time, yeah.
Right. And then just imagine that, like every single street light, every single red light, every single camera, everything is off. Every store is out. Most don't have generators. Like everything was out. It was just a complete blackout in the middle of this. It was fucking hot. And I don't have a gun, so I'm sitting there with an axe on my porch. I don't know what else to do. Not insured, so I don't know what else to do, man. I have no idea.
You could have called Incher up. Maybe he would have came down.
Incher drive down to Philadelphia and come.
You could be like a bodyguard for hire, Incher.
Mm-hmm. Incher in Huntington.
Yeah.
What's the climate like up there?
It was hot today, I think. Is that your question about the weather?
No, I'm talking about the climate, like
the political climate. It's
the
like
political
climate,
yeah. It's real mixed. I mean, everybody's all over the place. I mean, I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to that kind of stuff. I'm more kind of in my own little world here, but I don't know. I guess it's just what
Carol,
it is.
how's it down in your part of the area, in your part of the states?
It's sort of, I mean, it's good. I mean, we ain't had no problems or nothing. Just this darn virus crap has got, people still inside their house and going here and there and everywhere, and there's people wearing masks. There's people sometimes staying away from each other, but the rest of the time, it's just like a normal little thing.
You wear your mask when you're out in public?
Not really.
Why?
I wear it. I go to Walmart and I put it on or wherever.
It's a piece of cloth, man. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone makes such a big deal about it. Yeah, I mean, I put it on.
They're trying to take away my rights. Like,
it makes you feel like you're wearing a dog muzzle or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, if everybody's, it's fine. It's not,
Honestly, after you wear it a few times, you're pretty used to it. I mean, I've been wearing it since it started, so it's been months now. It's not a big deal.
I feel like ninja.
I'll tell you this: they make you wear a mask. They make you wear a mask if you go to Cox.
If you go to what?
It's everywhere here, man.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
They make you wear a mask if you go to Cox.
Yeah, you can't go into anywhere. You can't go in any public like places here without a mask.
They don't really have that here. I was at Walmart earlier, and it was like there's people walking around without no masks.
Wait, Walmart
we got
I don't really been hit that hard with COVID-19.
We got a lot of Karens here that will call the cops if you don't bring masks with you. That's one thing I have to deal with around here.
Yeah.
That's such a small problem to have, though. That's such a first world problem right there. It's like, dude, I have to deal with people telling me not to wear a mask. People like dying all over the place. It's like we're sitting over here like, I don't want to wear a fucking mask for 5 minutes every day.
Into the Walmart, yeah.
Yeah, into the Walmart, in and out, yeah. Fuck your grandma. I don't give a shit. She can die. I don't want to wear a mask.
It is tough if you got to do a long shift, but still, you just got to do it. But
I'll say it's my brother works at a school and he has to wear it for 8 hours. So
everyone's miserable during it, though. It's not just like I feel like a lot of people just think it's them. It's like, dude, the whole world is like this right now. It's not just us.
Right, and it's not just the United States either, which it seems like there's some people that
every
think
human has to wear masks.
It's a big conspiracy to get Trump, and it's like it's the whole world. It's not just here.
It's like you went to sleep one day or one night, and then you woke up the next morning, and then bang, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally weird.
I remember when we first started to hear about it, I was in Texas, South Texas Underground Film Festival, and one of the filmmakers there was actually from Wuhan, China, and he was there showing his movie, and we were hanging out with him. He's a really nice guy and stuff. But it just started to come on the news, and like all of us were asking him about it. And I really thought, at the time I was like, oh, this is like a lot of things. There's been other diseases and stuff, and it never. They would think, oh, it might get here and stuff, and it just never did. But who knew it would be such a big deal? And that was just a few months ago. It is weird. It's like it seems so long ago. It was really like 4 months, like 3 or 4 months ago. The world is completely different. I've actually I think it's weird because I've gotten used to it now. It's like I'm used to really not going anywhere. And, it's just like this is just the way it is now. But.
I'll tell you what, though, man. I do like people wearing masks and gloves. I hope that stays around. I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
I'm totally fine with people not breathing on me, not fucking, I'm good with that.
Yeah, it doesn't really. It's fine with me, too.
I'll tell you what, though.
I used to bring a mask with me when I was walking in the wintertime anyway, just to keep myself warm. So it's not really much different.
Right. But the other day I was down in Philly, and I went to the Asian market. I wanted to get some Asian snacks. So I walked in, and I'll tell you what, man, the Asian people, because, they've been wearing
this they do that all the time. Yeah.
Right.
Because I used to go to – yeah, I'd go to Chinatown every weekend in Boston. I haven't been in months now, but – and they all would wear that, yeah.
Oh, dude, I walked in there, man. They had damn near, like, astronaut suits on, man. They had from head to toe covered, shields on. Like, I was like, wow, they got it right. We have no right to complain about a piece of cloth. They have to breathe in this for 8 hours a day. This is,
Mm-hmm. I actually really miss going up to Chinatown or just Boston in general.
Yeah.
I used to go there every weekend and hang out.
Got it right. Even our Chinatown here in our area, they got it right with the mask and the Darth Vader suits and shit.
Yeah, man, they don't mess around. It's culturally completely normal over there. So, Interesting. Are they allowed to have a Chinatown in West Virginia, or is that like against the rules?
I'm sure they could have Chinatown. Yeah. I don't know. It's not against the rules.
Was that part of the deal when they won it over? When they won the rest of it? They were like, you can't have Chinatown
I'm laughing,
now.
But this is a true story. It wasn't that long ago. It was probably 10 or 15, maybe 15 at the longest. Years ago, they tried to put in a Chinese restaurant down by me. It's in this place called Merchant Square. It's just like there's a pizza place and little shops and stuff. And the people around there complained, said that it would smell too bad. And I remember reading that, and it was printed in the paper, and I was just like, "How racist is this?" And like, it was just like, okay, we're not gonna let them in because the Chinese food would smell too bad. I was like, "What the fuck? Like, this is so crazy." And I mean, I'm in a pretty liberal place, but yeah.
So I'll take that as a no. I guess they do have Chinatown in West Virginia.
I mean, as far as they probably don't even like it's not like I live in a thriving economy where people are wanting to congregate here. I mean, this town is like a nothing happening town. So
I mean, I don't know about you, man.
Pretty much dead. So I don't think they would even have interest in making a Chinatown here. So I mean, I'm sure if they wanted to, they could. So
Chinese people hustle, man. They're everywhere.
Well, yeah.
Every corner store, everything.
When I went to the Chinatown in London, because it was went to Freight Fest in London, and it was right behind the theaters. And like we went in there, and I was like, "Oh my, this is like exactly like Chinatown in Boston." It looked the same, and like we went and ate a couple places, and it was the same exact food. This was very funny to me because they always say like the Chinese food here is like Americanized, but I was like, well, I guess Chinatown's a little different. But yeah, it was the exact same food and selling the same stuff. It was just kind of weird to me. It was a good time though. But yeah, I'd go up every weekend, get great food and inexpensive food in Chinatown. And I get good Mediterranean food not in Chinatown, but in Boston. Around here, I can just get seafood pretty much and pizza.
What kind of pizza do they have in Boston? Is it like New York style, like thin?
It's very
crust,
similar.
or
We call it yeah, it's almost identical. Very, very thin crust, Neapolitan style.
Right.
Yeah, I think Boston and New York have the best pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in Boston right before the COVID. I had a show at that big time wrestling thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I brought Ascension and Jimmy Hart and a couple other people up there, and then COVID hit, and then everything went to
shit. The funny thing is, they call every town like in like an hour away from Boston, when they're not really all Boston. But it doesn't matter. But it's just funny to me. I'm sure it's the same way in like Chicago. Yeah, because I've been to conventions. They'll say, "Oh, it's in Chicago," and I go there and like Chi-Town. It's like that's like an hour away from Chicago, wherever it was. Like, I don't know. That's what they advertise it as. Same with Seattle. I went to a convention in Seattle and Annabelle. So we flew into Seattle, and then we had to take I don't know how it was like a bus, and it was literally like an hour and a half out of Seattle, like this little like suburb. And I was like, just don't call it Seattle. It's not in Seattle. It was like so far away, but it's not a big deal. But it's just funny to me. All right. Anything else there, gentlemen, before we wrap this up? It's almost 1:00.
No, I'm excited about the ice creams, though. They brought the ice cream back.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Macho Man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena.
I might have to cheat and have some ice cream. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you going to do them in the microwave in the oven?
No, I'm not going to microwave that. No. I would say both of them would be bad.
I don't know. Fried ice cream's pretty good.
Deep fried ice cream.
Yeah, it's
a West Virginia classic.
It's a Mexican.
I've never had it. Yeah,
it is good.
How do they fry it?
Well, they put like a batter on it or something. I haven't had it in years, but they put like a batter on it, and then they fry it so like the outside's crispy and a little warm, but then the ice cream's still ice cream in the center, and they put cinnamon and chocolate and all this stuff on it.
Yeah. Sounds
good. My head looks big as shit on this goddamn.
What did you say?
This head looks big as shit.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that like from your nose down, it's like stretched out, and I could tell it was from the camera. It's kind of made me laugh, but I didn't want to say anything. And then I thought, well, maybe that's just his face. I don't know, but but no, yeah, the camera's stretching it out.
Are you on your cell phone,
good night, my friends?
Good night.
Good night, everybody. I had fun. We'll be back next week. Also, tomorrow I'll be doing a live interview with Mark Patton from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 and the directors of his documentary Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street.
That was good.
5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, it's a great documentary streaming on
yeah, it was
Shudder right now. And so I'll be doing that with a new co-host on Without Your Head, Trista Robinson, and that'll be a fun time. So check that out if you're into horror movies. It'll be a fun time. All right.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Later, guys.
To end this, to save this, I just have to hang up. So when I hang up, I'm not being rude. I just have to save it.
Hey, everybody. This is Scott Hudson from, let's see, Global Wrestling Federation, WCW, TNA, Friday the 13th, Arrested Development, and a very special Saved by the Bell. And you're listening to In Your Head.